All right, everyone. Hello, welcome in. It's me. It's Commodore Zed coming in hot with another night of tabletop role playing. Tonight we're doing Vampire the Masquerade, the sister game to Werewolf the Apocalypse in the shared universe of the World of Darkness. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm joined by three wonderful people tonight. We were here with retired Levin Bravo, Keyword Xavier, and Bishop 1810.
Hello.
How you doing today, Tinderly? We're doing great. Thank you for being here. Tinderly's bringing the positive vibes as always. If you're not, everyone, be following I Am Tinderly right now. Right now. Get on that. If you're not, you need to do it now. We're going to do some introductions here shortly, but I just wanted to thank everyone for stopping in. It's a lot. It's a big ask. It's not your normal stream. There's not a whole lot of exciting video game stuff going on. It's us with the theater of the mind doing our things. So we want to, we appreciate you being here. This is going to be different than our werewolf game. It's not good. I don't believe it's going to be as action packed and as violent. There may be violence. I expect it to be violence with Salvatore Ricci.
Of course there will be.
I do expect, but I expect great acting and voice acting, better voice acting than I'm capable of. So, but I'm going to do my best. There's a large cast of characters, and I'm going to do my best to differentiate them all for you in some way or other. I've been working on it. We'll see how it goes. For those of you not familiar with Vampire the Masquerade, it's old. It's been around since the 90s. Been through many iterations, and this is the fifth one. Yeah. Came out in 2020, I believe. I just got back into it, but I've got a very, very long history with it. I've been running it since I was in high school. It's the game I used to run with Keyword Xavier, my brother, and Haggard Hessian around the table at home when we were younger, just doing some crazy edgelord bullshit.
That's an interesting TTRPG to begin with, exactly. And I like it.
But now we're in our 40s.
We need a snooze.
We're older. Yeah. We're wiser. We're less edgy.
Yeah, see, I remember Haggard Hessian, being a Bruja and taking a highway sign to the face.
Yes.
Standing out of the top of a Jeep.
I remember something similar.
It was too long ago. That's the problem.
It was too long ago. It was very long ago. So the game is set in Lake Blackwater. Lake Blackwater is a fictional conglomeration of many locations in upstate New York brought together as one. It's the entire Glens Falls area and Lake George smashed together into one rural, urban, tourist paradise. So if you're in any ways familiar with northern New York and the Adirondacks, I want you to think of a town on a lake, a large lake, in the middle of nowhere. 3 exits on the highway serve it, and then that's it for miles. 50 miles one way, maybe almost 50 miles another way. Nothing else. You have the state capital to the south and the border to the north. Good luck. Up until recently,
you say that just sounds like home country.
Recently, there wasn't a lot of cell phone coverage, but you're kindred. In the world of darkness, vampires don't use the internet very much. Bad things happen when they do. We're not gonna give the history before game, but it might come up in game. But there's a lot of lore to vampire, and we're gonna try to do our best to explore some of that in the game. It's more of a street level game. What we're going to play with some street level kindred, and then we're gonna explore from there. So chat, if there's anything you want to see, feel free to let us know. I'll be interacting with you. I'll be watching. I'll be answering questions. If you have questions, go ahead, ask them, and I'll answer them in chat. Or if you have questions to the players, if you want to know what their characters are thinking, just ask them, and they'll probably be paying attention to chat back and forth too. And they're all streamers, so follow them. Follow Retired Levin Bravo. Follow Dante Crow, aka Keyword Xavier. Follow Ryan Gallagher, Keyword Bishop 1810. Even though he doesn't really stream yet, we're trying to push him in that direction now. We're trying to get him to do it.
It's tempting.
It's tempting. So the more followers he can get ahead of time, we're going to do proper shout outs as we go along through the night. We get some more people in here. But that's where I'd like to get started with everybody with introductions. I want you to tell me who you are, a little bit about who you're playing, and what you're looking forward to, what you're looking to get into in game. All right? We're going to start with Bishop, and then we're going to work our way over to 11 Bravo.
Spotlight's always on me, huh? No, I'm kidding. I want to see in game, at least through my character, I want to see him coming in as the outsider and schmoozing people. Like that's going to be the thing. He's already had an established area, zone of influence. He's got the riz, or at least tries to. I want to see him getting those secrets, getting that. Okay, I'm going to remember that one for later. Mentally noted. That might pop up again when you least expect it, and I intend it to. So.
Tell us about Ryan, and tell us about you.
Ryan Gallagher is a bit of a Western boy, if you couldn't tell. Much like myself, he comes from Montana and is very much a reluctant kindred. He does not. Well, as you could tell, he's already kind of made it as a person, and this kind of happens. So he's after an objective. He's in a direction. He's already got the power. He's already got the influence. Obviously has the charisma and everything. Probably see one. But yeah, other than that, he is pretty much a guy out for, well, I want to say out for blood, but I guess he kind of is out for blood.
Kind of goes without saying.
Oh yeah.
All right, Keywork Savior, lay it on me.
All right. Basic introduction. I'm Keywork Savior. I am a retro and variety streamer, like most of the people up on here. Kind of inconsistent with my stream schedule, but I am working on that as of about 3 years now. So one day I will have a schedule. But anyway, Dante Crow. Dante Crow is somebody who's, for lack of a better word, claws are kind of in the dirt in this town. He's been there a while, local insurance adjuster, so he kind of knows what kind of people are in this place, and he knows a fair bit more about them than what they might even think about that. But his true passion really is in his work in researching in the blood arts and what he can do with blood to affect the real world. As far as what he wants to get into, well, I think he wants to get into trouble. I think he wants to stir things up in this not so quiet little backwater, and it definitely has its goings on. And well, he's gonna turn some cogs and see what happens.
Excellent. All right, I can't wait to see what we're gonna do with that. All right, Retired 11B, tell us about yourself. Tell us about Salvatore.
I am a miniature painter, former game developer, former soldier, former a lot of things. And now I'm retired and I paint minis. And I, that's my nerdy thing, I stream Monday through Friday in the mornings. And I just get up, roll out of bed, start streaming, start painting stuff. So, Salvatore Ricci is a monster. He hates himself and vampires and the monsters they are, but he's accepted that, well, this is life now. But he has a particular hatred for bad people doing bad things, hurting people. And so he is an on the sly, vigilante for people that are, just bad people. The guy that's, the guy that beat his wife, he's going to have an accident. The guy that, is, hurting people in one way or another, he will be the creeper who will silently hunt them down, and he'll get a snack, and then they're going to have an accident. And yeah, there's definitely a monster there. So,
well, there's a monster within all of us, brother.
Most real life monsters look just like humans.
Those are the scariest ones. I also just realized most of us are veterans here, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm technically not, although I was in the Army for a brief 2 years, so.
Yeah.
I'm a disgraced general discharge, so. not disgrace, but
Hey,
Yeah.
same.
There's no choice.
general discharge.
All right, we are 20 seconds left in ads. I didn't realize that we were going into them, so I apologize. I will apologize to people when we come out. I got to be more mindful of that and maybe snooze them a little bit better in the future.
I was trying to keep an eye on it. I got distracted by chat.
No problem. It's okay because we're gonna pick it up. Everything you said was in ads there. Retired Lever Bravo.
Of course it was. I didn't even look
All right,
because I saw it. Oh yeah, I need to.
All right,
Thanks, Toasty.
We're gonna let Lever Bravo go again
Toasty.
because he was in ads. We apologize for that, folks. So Retired Lever Bravo. Once again, please.
Yes. Former soldier, former game developer, and former a lot of things. So at this point, I'm fully retired and I hang out, paint minis, play video games. That's what I do. I roll out of bed in the morning and start streaming, and I do that Monday through Friday. That's what I do. So pretty exciting. Salvatore Ricci is more of, he's a Nosferatu, and we're leading into the creepy, distended, ugly vibe. But he wears, there's a lot of hate in him for being a vampire and the bad things that vampires do. And he takes it out on bad people that he can find. Criminals, bad guys, people that hurt people, kids, that sort of thing. And he's like Batman or Daredevil, except for he's like super stealthy guy. And he's got a violent streak.
So he's the Ezio Auditore.
Yep. And he wants to maintain his humanity. He hates, the falling to the beast. But he's the spy. He's the creeper. Kind of.
Well, I plan to give you plenty of opportunity to play through that power fantasy of wanting to do right wrongs. So,
Yes.
my goal is to give everyone a chance to play through what they want to do.
Our power fantasies.
Our power. Well, that's what role playing is. That's what storytelling is all about. We're collaborating together to tell our stories and what we want to see and to entertain. So I'm Commodore Zed. For those who don't know, I'm a variety streamer as well. Like Retired 11 Bravo, like Bishop 1810, like Keyword Saver. I'm a veteran as well. I'm fully retired. I've got nothing but time to plan tabletop RPGs and stream, and that's what I do right now. I'm a father, but my kids are older, so I've got nothing but free time to just plot and plan this stuff, and it's what I do. And I'm really enjoying doing it. I'm glad that people stop by to watch us. We're gonna get started here. Tonight's game, session 1, will be held at Elysium. Elysium is a sacred place for Kindred. It's a place where they can go free of the violence of their world, supposedly, by laws enforced upon the prince, by the prince, that safety is ensured, and that is why everyone feels comfortable going to an Elysium.
At least while you're there.
At least while you're there. On your way there or on your way from there, things may happen to you, but that is neither here nor there. That is on you, I suppose.
You have to leave eventually.
You have to leave eventually. The Blackwater Grand Theater rises like a somber cathedral on the lake's edge. Its stone facade, carved from local granite, is weathered by decades of wind and rain, giving a spectral, ghostly appearance under the moonlight. Ivy and creeping vines snake up the sides of the building, framing cracked windows of stained glass depicting scenes of mythical figures and long-forgotten performances. The roof, punctuated by slender Gothic spires, seem to stretch toward the heavens, while gargoyles perch on the corners, their stone faces etched with expressions of agony and vigilance. A long, curved staircase made of blackened marble leads up to the main entrance. The heavy wooden doors, adorned with ornate wrought iron patterns, appear imposing yet inviting to those who understand the true nature of the space. Lanterns flicker faintly above the doors, their dim light barely illuminating the intricately carved reliefs of masks symbolizing comedy and tragedy. I want you to take a moment to think about how your character would present themselves at an Elysium, particularly one held at a grand old theater. Think about your character's, what you want your character's reputation to be, or if you're an outsider, consider how you would just going into an event that you are possibly prey. Think about that. I want you to think about that for a moment, and I'm going to come to you, and I'm going to introduce inside of Elysium, and then I'm going to come to each one of you, and I want you to introduce your character, how they appear, where they go, when then what we see. What are you wearing? What is your body language? How do you smell? What are you looking at? Thank you, Toasty.
Yes,
So I want you to think about these things just for a moment. Because entering the theater, one is greeted by a grand open foyer with a towering vaulted ceiling. The once lustrous marble floors are now scuffed and dulled, though their swirling black and gold patterns hint at the opulence of a bygone era. Twin staircases with iron balustrades decorated with intricate floral motifs spiral upward to the balconies above. Chandeliers hang precariously from the ceiling, their candles replaced by faint electric bulbs that cast a flickering golden hue across the room. A faded red carpet lines the floor, leading deeper into the theater. The walls are adorned with heavy, enormous gilded mirrors, each cracked and tarnished, reflecting warped images of those who passed by. Paintings of long-dead performers, their somber expressions frozen in oil, hang unevenly in the walls. Which of you will arrive first?
I'll be there first.
All right.
Dante walks in. Think of Don Johnson from Miami Vice, but the antithesis of a tan, darker hair, and much better fashion sense. As if he's wearing just shellac. Any stare just bounces off of him. He looks as if he gives two shits less what anybody thinks. He's looking at the place, kind of taking it in, appreciates some of it, the real on-note hue of everything, but not really impressed.
Been there before. Not his first time.
Plenty of times.
Yes, not his first time. Salvatore Ricci.
Of course, we've been here. But nobody saw us arrive. The Nosferatu, well, we just kind of appear. Maybe we came through a basement, access, maybe an upper window, maybe or something. But, all of a sudden, it's just, oh yeah, they're here.
As a matter of fact, beneath the theater lies its true heart, the catacombs. These winding tunnels are cold and damp. Their stone walls slick with moss and streaked with the dark stains of forgotten tragedies. The air is thick and heavy, carrying the faint smell of mildew and decay. Flickering lanterns mounted on the walls provide intermittent light, casting long, twisting shadows that seem to move of their own accord. The tunnels are lined with alcoves carved into the stone, some empty and others filled with ancient wooden crates, broken furniture, and relics of dead performers. Deeper within the catacombs, the space opens into larger chambers that serve as meeting places for the Nosferatu and their allies. Here, broken statues and faded murals hint at older purpose. Predating the theater itself, a hidden passage leads to the lake's edge, concealed behind a heavy iron gate that groans ominously when moved. That's what Salvatore has experienced upon every time entering and exiting.
People will look around and there's all of a sudden, oh, hey, oh, wow. He's some creeper standing in the corner. And Salvatore is all and lanky, but he's hunched. And he's hooded. He keeps his hands kind of to himself. But every once in a while, he'll... if he interacts with someone coming by with a goblet, a beverage, you'll notice that his fingers are way too long. He's got the whole, definitely leaning into the whole Count Orlok, range, gaunt-looking Nosferatu look. And he just kind of keeps to himself. If he gets called up, he gets called up. Otherwise, he just kind of... Sometimes you lose track of him.
I guess some people don't have to pay for buccal fat removal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come now.
Ryan Gallagher.
Ryan Gallagher. Well, much like what you see, he is in a very fine business suit. Probably not department store, if anybody was that financially aware of it. Absolutely, just kind of wandering in, not 100% completely oblivious, but he's not 100%. How do I put it? Aware of what's going to happen. He does kind of come in, kind of like not Kruger. That's the wrong route. Much more like that diehard guy. And like, okay, I can own this space. This is mine. I'm not. He's not looking at the architecture. He's not looking at the carpet. He's looking at people. He's looking at all of the other kindred for recognition. Kind of like, okay, you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? No? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. He looks like he's on the hunt for something or someone. Other than that, he smells quite fine. Much more, not floral, but much more like a dream catcher. If it could be, it's very not refined, but much more put together than most would think for somebody his age. He's looking around. Okay. See what we can do here. There's a lot to work with.
As you all entered, at some point in the evening, you were each approached by a statuesque blonde, statuesque of Torador, porcelain skin, wavy chestnut hair, and an air of unshakable calm. She wears a sophisticated evening gown in muted tones, and her every movement elegant and deliberate. Eleanor Blackthorn, keeper of Elysium, greets each attendant personally with the heavy wooden doors. Those she recognizes, she lets in, which is Salvatore and Dante. She introduces herself to Ryan. I don't believe we've met, but I do appreciate your punctuality.
Thank you. I believe that people who cannot show up on time are not worth it. So, I am on time, punctual, for I am told this was the place to be, is it not?
That just depends on what you mean by the place to be and who you're here to see. She says, quizzing you.
Smiles and says, well, others of our kind.
Our kind. I see. My name is Eleanor Blackthorn, and you are?
Ryan Gallagher. Oh, and he will extend his hand in a handshake, even if he doesn't think that is 100% formal. It's how he thinks.
Her hands remain behind her back. She looks at your hand. She smiles, nods. Ryan Gallagher.
Yes.
I do not recognize you. You're unfamiliar to me. It would behoove you to speak to the prince as soon as possible.
As I'm told before, I believe now the name escapes the player. The one that I met before that I owe a favor to.
Juliet Darmond.
Juliet Darmond also told me to. I intend to. Why I am here.
Very good. Madame Darmond is here as well. She's,
good.
I believe will probably have already told the prince that you will be here.
I would expect as much. Thank you.
All right, there's roughly there's many kindred that you recognize, Dante. Everyone's here, from the riffraff all the way up to the top. This is an emergency meeting has been called, and everyone's go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask: is Ryan noticeably pinker than everybody else? Like, is it noticeable that he doesn't have the same pallor?
I would say personally, yes. Absolutely.
Technically, you'd have to make a Wits Plus awareness roll to notice it.
Okay.
But you may make a Wits Plus awareness roll, and you have a hunger of 1. And you'll probably... what's your Wits Plus awareness?
Oh, I'm just wondering if, other people have kind of noticed him here, because I didn't want to step forward and, claim that I've met him. I didn't want to make his introduction. I don't know why.
But there are other thin bloods in attendance. Not to say that he's a thin blood, but there are other people who do seem alive in attendance, and you're kind of familiar with the phenomena, so to speak. Yeah. It's it's the end times, or the end times have come and gone. We're over it by now. We're used to it. There's enough of them now at this point that it's just like, okay, more. More. Salvatore, how do you react to Eleanor's greeting to you? She never shies away from you one bit.
Enchanté.
The pleasure's always mine, Salvatore, she says as she leads you on, as she lets you go. All right, there's roughly, you can see there's probably about a dozen and a half kindred in the room currently.
Yeah.
The wall, you don't notice, you two don't notice the prince. Victor Lestrade has not arrived. But everyone else is there, from the Torador Primogen, Ivory Minot, the only other Tremere in the city, young Marcus Vale, who's here. He's the apprentice to Juliette Armand. He's from a different chancery. He's from a different city. He's on loan. He's not actually from here. He's just a foreign exchange student, essentially. The Tremere. There's one other Nosferatu are here, specifically Callum Drake. If you guys are keeping notes, I've got an entire list for you. So you ask me who's here, and I'll tell you. We can go through all of them. You can role play with anyone you like, but there's lots of people here waiting to hear the prince speak. You're approached multiple times by multiple kindred. Ryan, wondering who you are. No one's met you before. I want you to give me. Well, first, tell me what your wits plus persuasion is.
Wits plus persuasion is a 6.
Is a 6. So just take half to make a good impression.
I think he will. I mean, unless I want to make a really good impression, but even then, I think
you could go for a really good impression. It's only difficulty 3.
I think what he's more after in this case is looking for personal recognition. Not like, okay, I know him from experience or anything. More like looking at the micro emotions of the face, kind of like, okay, has somebody seen my face before and surprised to see me? That's what he. So I'll take half on it.
You'll take half. One thing you notice that no one really seems to recognize you, but that might not be out of the ordinary, depending on how out of touch.
Quite frankly, that's exactly what he was kind of hoping to see. Because, again, he's looking for somebody who has seen his face before and seen up close.
Now,
if nobody immediately recognizes him, he'll just schmooze along.
Keyword, you're not a very old kindred, are you? And you're still doing insurance, so you probably keep up with modern news and stuff?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to make a wits plus awareness roll.
All right.
What's your fame? Set at 2? Bishop?
2.
Add 2 to that roll, keyword.
Wits plus awareness.
Wits plus awareness plus 2.
All right, so that's going to be a 5.
Remember, you have hunger dice in there.
Yeah. So it's a hunger and then 4 regular?
4 regular, yes. You can take half if you want. You don't have to roll it.
Oh. No.
You rolled it. Okay.
So it's 3 successes, right?
You got 3 successes. Yes, you recognize Ryan Gallagher. Ryan, why don't you tell us what we'd recognize you for?
You would probably recognize him first and foremost from Gallagher Drilling Industries out in Montana. Mostly because it is not just a normal drilling company. It has actually been more, not greenwash, but turned green. Most of the drilling processes and everything out there is self-sufficient, and he got noticed, or where most of his fame came from, was because he made all of his industry self-serving. Well, not self-serving, but self-sufficient. Other than that, he diversified his company and didn't just go into drilling. He went into tech, logistics, transportation. Pretty much anything you can think of, he's got a hand in it somehow.
He's a Tony Stark of industry.
Yeah, except he's not the genius. He's just the face. So,
but he's not known to be dead. That's the
no.
That's the kicker. And now here he is.
He would probably be very shocked that he's actually here, because last you know of, he went on a hunting trip or he took a little bit of a vacation, and now somehow in the middle of January, he's here on the East Coast. And his whole business is out west.
Well, you might not
So
know
this
all, you
is
might not
very
know all
much-
that detail, but it is probably unusual to see someone famous at one of these events that are only for like usually for local kindred or visitors from, you know, like Canada that sometimes come through for whatever reason.
I think I'd be aware that he has been, for lack of a better word, absconded, missing for several months, right? He's disappeared from the public eye.
No, actually, he has not, which
Oh,
is
no?
kind of
Oh,
the
okay.
surprising part. He's like, okay, why is this guy here?
I was going to say,
It's not
because you
West
said he
last
went on a
night.
hunting trip, and now he's reappeared here. So you kind of... Anyway.
But last anybody really would have heard of is that, okay, I'm taking a bit of a break. Let me go recollect my thoughts. And now he's here. Make of that of what you will.
Keyword.
And how about you, Salvatore? Does Salvatore keep up with current affairs, or is he more of just a...
No, he keeps up with everything. His bread and butter is, you know, information. So, and we're familiar with him a little bit. I'm kind of interested to seeing how his reaction is. I could see Salvatore up on in the upper levels, just kind of watching how people are interacting and who's interacting with who. Oh, look, new guy's here. Ryan Gallagher.
Show up.
Can we read how his what is he doing? His interaction, walking around, looking at people and stuff like that. Is he really looking to see if anyone notices who he is?
He's actually making himself, instead of being in the background, he's actually being upfront. He is trying to have all eyes upon him so he can actually look one good eye.
Mhm.
Okay. And then once he looks over them and doesn't see any recognition or anything like that, he'll go back to being, okay, I'm here. There's a lot to work with here. Undo the button. All right. Let me get a drink real quick. You know, that kind of thing.
Once we connect with one of the other Nosferatu, we'll go like, that's Gallagher.
You'll start
The new
spreading.
guy.
You'll start spreading the word around. All right.
He's looking. He's looking around, I think he's trying to see if anybody recognizes him.
Dante, you were told. I think we got a chance to go over this. I can't remember if we did or not, but you had been told by Juliet that she was sending someone named Ryan Gallagher to talk to you about something, and that she owes him he owes her a favor for sending her to you, and then you can do whatever you want when he gets there. That's on you.
Actually, once I kind of came in and gave my own little nod to Blackthorn, as you know, she's made eye contact, I went to find Juliet to kind of see what this whole little shindig is about.
All right, Juliet.
How Ryan plays into it and what's going on.
All right, let me Juliet. For those who don't know, Juliet she's raven-haired, down to her shoulders. She's short. She's only about 5'4". 5'4", short, long brown hair, high-necked dress. She's known to be very studious. She is the premier keeper of mysticism. There isn't really a chantry anymore. Not since the Vienna chantry was destroyed. It's not like that anymore. But she keeps
her last name.
Darmond. Darmond. She's the keeper of mysticism. And as you approach her, she's like, Dante, I'm glad to have caught you. There's actually trouble in the air. There are allegations been made against the Tremere, and they're going to come to light tonight. I don't know exactly what the allegations are, but they're serious enough that they've called this emergency Elysium to bring charges against us.
There's only 3 Tremere, you, me, and the other guy. I mean, unless you're keeping things from me, I
don't know what this is about yet, and I can't imagine that Marcus has been up to anything.
Okay, well, I guess we'll need to hear exactly what's being leveled at a very small group of people that I find myself in part of.
I expected you would feel exactly that way.
All right.
And there's,
So
there's the matter of the Ryan Gallagher situation. He's looking to.
I was just going to bring that up. Where did you find this guy?
He found me. Someone had given him directions to me. And he wanted me to find something for him. I don't frankly care or have time to do it for him, but I did charge him, give him the directions to you.
Okay, well, you put me where I'm at, so I guess I have no choice but to help you with whomever trusts you enough to send this person to you. So I guess that chain of command kind of leaves me with no choice.
I'm not telling you to help him or not help him. That's you extract whatever boon you want out of him.
I'm not saying he won't be useful. I'm just saying we'll see how that puzzle piece fits exactly and what kind of jigsaw we need to work here.
Lore information for those who don't know: boons are the currency of Kindred Society. Kindred, they don't trade money because they have money. They trade favors and status amongst each other, and that's how Kindred Society works. Back to it. All right, Salvatore. It gets around that. There are going to be accusations that are going to be leveled against the Tremere tonight.
I would have probably, since we know that that's going to happen. Did we know about that before we showed up?
The Nosferatu did know about it before you showed up.
I would have spoken with Callum Drake and find out. It says, okay, what do we need? What are we walking into?
Callum, another Orlok, very looking motherfucker.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
It all just like
Nosferatu.
Yeah,
like the silver screen. Yes,
but his skin is molten green. Well, Alaric has information that he hasn't made completely public to me yet that could be harmful to the station and the status of the Tremere in the city, but he won't give me anything more than that without paying him, and I'm not going to pay him. It's going to be public soon anyway. So I'd say just hold on to your butts. They might be explosive. If it's big enough to call an emergency meeting, something must have gone wrong. And judging by the people who are here, I mean, look around. I mean, you got.
I gotta look at him with one of those. You know how you have beady eyes? You get those guys that have like just really small beady eyes. His are like even more beady. It's just tiny little eyes that are just way too small for his fucking head. And they're just black orbs in there, looking at Jake, going like, "This isn't one of your little plots, is it?"
I've got nothing to do with this. I mean, look who's here. He points off to a poised woman with alabaster skin, with her hair styled into an intricate updo and her faint shadow always seeming to follow her. He goes, "That's Valeria. She's not even from around here. She's some Lasambra from up north, and she came down for this. So you know something's up."
Lasambra.
That's exactly what I said, but it's here, and we got to deal with it.
Very well. I shall follow your lead.
I don't follow my lead. I'm not leading anywhere. I'm going to sit over in the corner and watch. But I mean, you should try to find out what that Ryan Gallagher guy's doing here.
I don't know.
Halfway through bottle room already? No, I'm kidding.
He seems to be walking around seeing if anyone recognizing him. I mean, seems rather pink.
Even if they did recognize him, they probably wouldn't. I mean, they don't know him. I mean, they might know him, but they don't know him.
Well, he could be an important pawn. He does have resources. It's only a matter of time till Ventru attempt to get some of that.
Well, if he's here, he's got to be dead if he's here. We're not just going to let him walk around as a human. It's just not going to happen.
The inestimable. What was her name? The Toreador.
Eleanor.
What was her? Eleanor.
Eleanor Blackthorn.
Eleanor, I'm sure Miss Blackthorn has already sniffed him out.
Yeah.
He is insured.
Well, his large bulbous eyes and elongated fingers and his tattered coat turn, his patched trousers, which reek faintly of mildew, and his thin lips reveal jagged teeth when he speaks. He looks to you again. He's like, well, I'm going to go get us some better seats. And I want to see what happens when Lestrade shows up.
Well, it should at least be interesting.
It should be. All right. Ryan, as you're walking around drinking your rum, I want you to make a Wits Plus Awareness check.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, because everybody in the room is like, we're all watching you, you're watching everybody. There's lots of maneuvering going on.
You should see
meanwhile, me in real life,
after you turn away from them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me in real life, I'm like,
yeah.
Wits and awareness?
Wits and awareness, right?
I'm hoping you get the idea that even if they knew who you were, they definitely wouldn't let it show.
They wouldn't show it.
Oh, he doesn't know that yet.
The phrase playing it close to the chest, I mean, you're talking about things in the chest. They don't let you see it unless they have to.
Far dead in the chest, but at this point, again, he's kind of new to this, so he doesn't know.
No, I get that.
What's awareness with one hunger? Go! You don't see shit.
You don't see anything.
No,
But over your right shoulder, out of nowhere, you hear a forest unseen creeps into the city, its branches whispering secrets to those who dare not listen.
Is this over his left or his right?
Over his left shoulder.
Who?
He just kind of...
And if you just turn, you don't see anything unless you look down. And then you see a very short woman, white wispy hair, just sort of hunched over. She might be taller if she wasn't so hunched. Her name is Annabelle. Well, the other two would recognize her as Annabelle. She's one of the local Malkavians, one of the less lucid ones, who usually is not at these events, who's usually seen walking up and down the shore of Lake Blackwater, just cryptically talking to people. No one's quite sure how she feeds or where she comes, but usually she's not here.
And what did she say again? Run that by me one more time.
A forest unseen creeps into the city, its branches whispering secrets to those who dare not listen.
And he just goes, well then, that's a flowery way to put that. Yes, I am new around here. Who might you be? And he'll actually turn to face her at this point.
She smiles. The alchemist's dream bleeds into the nightmare of the herd. Their eyes are beginning to open. She smiles, kind of turns and kind of walks away from you in a kind of a zigzag, kind of wobbly pattern. As she goes and just sorts of, that doesn't blend in with the crowd. Just kind of just isn't there.
He'll track her for as long as he can, and then just kind of. That was certainly new.
I would make my way to interact with the newcomer soon after speaking with Drake. After you're following, you're watching.
Yeah, no, he's watching this person that just dropped a prophecy upon him, just kind of like.
And then, like, at your shoulder is like a tall person, and you can see that he is very hunched over. That would be Annabelle.
Is she? Apologies. Is she usually that way?
Yes.
Yes.
She's
okay.
A seer of sorts.
That
also entirely mad.
Again, that would explain quite a bit. Thank you. You're Mr.
Salvatore.
Salvatore. All right. I'm guessing you're more of a local than she or I. Looking around the room, seeing all eyes upon him.
I'm a local of sorts.
Sorts.
I spent a considerable amount of time at rest.
I see. Well then.
The
I wonder-
entertainment this evening should be eye-opening for you.
Pun intended, and I will not take a. Either way, what has happened? Asking. I obviously am new.
There are many things afoot in the city. As much as you know that there is life after death, there are things that go bump in the night. There's more than you know. And
Very clearly.
there are all kinds of creatures, and they're all real. And so...
Well, then do tell. Because I, all my years of being out in places that should have been, how do I put it, exposed to this kind of madness, I haven't seen any of it.
Well,
now that I'm here, I'm a little shocked.
The purpose of, all these various creatures is to keep themselves hidden from the herd of humanity.
I figured as much. After all, I would have heard about it
Ghosts, werewolves, spectral witches, magic, all of that. It is real.
At this point, he just kind of... And is there somebody passing by with any drinks or anything like that?
No one drinks anything.
No one drinks anything.
No one drinks anything.
Okay, well, he'll look around for it, pull a flask out of his blazer, and just take a sip.
Around you, as you do that, certain other kids kind of turn their nose away from you. As you,
it has the kind of the look of like, oh.
Yeah. No, after all, again, he's a little oblivious, so he'll just whatever.
We haven't heard much from Dante. What's going on?
No, Dante is just loving this, just standing there and watching Ryan, and then watching Salvatore slink up to him and just weave his mystic, there are things in the night, and just chuckling to himself, and then catches a whiff of whatever that shit that Ryan has in that flask, and just, again, oblivious. So Dante walks up to this duo, and Ryan, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are, and you clearly don't know what's going on around here. Salvatore, I appreciate the attempt, but we'll all die of old age by the time you get to the point, and we're immortal, you son of a bitch. So anyway, Ryan, come with me. Let's get out of the kind of center of the room, because I don't know if you've noticed, which, no, I do know you haven't noticed. The things in this room, if you could call them people, have their business, and you don't want to be part of their business. So come over here and let me fill that little head of yours with a little bit of knowledge that'll keep you from getting killed before the sun comes up.
He'll take all this in real quick, look around with his one good eye, and just... appreciate that, friend.
Salvatore just kind of gives the whole creepy little bow thing.
Oh, I don't think he was excluding you, Mr. Salvatore.
I will keep an eye out.
As you begin to pull Ryan away, you hear a knock. 3 knocks, actually. It's something heavy hits the floor.
Boom.
It says, you see, and then you hear a door open. And everyone turns to look toward the stage.
Uh-oh.
It's showtime.
A tall,
Yes, the
broad-shouldered
beast
man
dwelling hand
with
gesture.
perfectly groomed black hair and a commanding presence, wearing a tailored suit, midnight blue with hints of a Victorian style to it, with piercing blue eyes that radiates authority and power, steps forward. It's Victor Lestrade, the Ventrue Prince of the city. Without any preamble, he just begins to speak. Tonight, we stand on a razor's edge. Allegations of thin blood experimentation have pierced the Masquerade and threatened to fracture our domain. These accusations cast a shadow over one of our most esteemed clans, the Tremere. Yet let me be clear, my patience is not infinite. If you cannot root out the truth and resolve this disgrace, I will do so myself, no matter the cost. There has been evidence of actual thin blood, written evidence that has been picked up by the police, that we have captured, that we have intercepted. Chief Deacon was once again kind enough to completely bend to our will and do as I asked. So it won't be getting out. But we need to discover what exactly is going on. And I'm charging Clan Tremere with cleaning up their own mess. Juliet steps forward defensively. In response to this, she goes, "My prince, my fellow kindred, these allegations are as preposterous as they are dangerous. Tremere stand for discipline, loyalty, and the sanctity of the Masquerade. I assure you, this is a fabrication, a calculated attack on our clan and our shared stability. I vow to uncover the source of this insidious plot and deliver justice to those responsible." A booming voice interjects from the shadows. It's Alaric Kane. "Secrets, like rats, scatter when the light shines too bright. What you call allegations, I call opportunities. For some to rise and others to fall. But beware, kindred, for the truth buried in this scandal might taste bitter. And you're not more than not less than you are prepared to swallow." Wow, sorry guys, forgot how to read for a second.
Words are hard.
Dyslexia hits hard.
Words are hard. Eleanor steps forward. "This domain's strength lies in our unity. While the storm brews over the Tremere, we must not lose sight of what matters, the Masquerade. Let the Tremere clear their name swiftly, for the eyes of the mortal world are ever watching, and a single slip could doom us all." The prince looks around. His eyes, blue eyes just piercing. Unnaturally blue, calm, ice blue, undead blue. Just sweep across the room, an air of dominion over them. This is of the utmost priority. This is why we are gathered here tonight, to lay these accusations against the Tremere, who have seemed to have been so careless. So careless that they've let the mortals discover what they do. What you were about to say?
I was going to say, I don't know decorum. Can I address the prince?
Oh, right. You say that. Okay. Yes, you may address the prince if you wish.
All right. And from where do these allegations stem from? Is Alaric the claimant? And what evidence would he present?
I'm going to immediately take a step away from him. Because
I'm so glad I did not follow.
He's got one dot of etiquette, so he realizes this guy means business.
Stop scanning and they land on Dante. He doesn't seem threatening. There was a raid at what the police thought was a meth lab. There they discovered equipment coated in blood, as if blood had been run through that equipment. And they were journals detailing in a coded language that was easily cracked that a group called the Tremere were performing experiments on so-called thin bloods. I know it seems very convenient But this is the information that's been gathered. We can suppress the story from getting out, but we need to find out exactly what is going on. We can save them. The Masquerade is easy to maintain in this situation, but we maintain a very strict Masquerade in Lake Blackwater. And this was too close.
So somebody's using the Tremere as a scapegoat. Somebody's alluding to our clan, of which there is a very small number in Lake Blackwater, and you know 2 of us very well. Well, as well as we let you, but well enough. So whose meth shack was this? Do we have ties to whomever might have owned it? And of course, I mean, we all have paper names that we use, but we have means of tracking that. Where did this raid take place? Whose handwriting is it?
You'll get if you wish to investigate this, I'll have you get with the sheriff after this is over, and they'll give you all the information you need.
Are these some rogue Tremere who invaded our town that we don't know are here? Or again, is somebody just using our clan name to hide their fetid little crimes?
From the shadows, you're asking all the right questions, fledgling. Perhaps you should take the responsibility yourself.
I mean, I got ways and I got means to find things out, and I know a lot of people in this town, including plenty of people who work in the sheriff's office, because, well, they have a lot of accidents. But maybe I will. I mean, it's my name that's being threatened, so I guess I might as well do something about it.
Prince looks up. Is there anyone else who wishes to help?
I do. And sorry, not Bishop. Gosh, I almost slipped there. Ryan will step forward. If this man is as useful as he claims he is, then he will be as useful.
I guess I should say something that a so-called thin blood wants to work with a Tremere when we're apparently the opposed parties in this whole matter. That definitely speaks to things.
You'll roll his eye.
At that, there's someone stands up, dressed in a suit jacket with a white t-shirt underneath it, dress pants, white t-shirt, sports jacket over it, change. He goes, experimentation, oppression, exploitation. We've suffered under this rule for too long anyway. Salvatore, you guys recognize her. She's one of the thin bloods that's in the city. Probably one of the younger kindred in the area, probably only embraced in the last year. But she's one of the many thin bloods that's sort of taken up residence in Lake Blackwater, part of the collective. It's like a commune of thin bloods that kind of do their own thing on the outskirts. They have their own kind of thing going on, but they'd be the people who were being experimented on.
Well, since the Tremere are the accused, and the Thin Bloods are the aggrieved, perhaps I can provide some service as a neutral observer, ensuring the sanctity of any investigation.
A relay, no less. Regardless, this takes place as a scene of torture, guessing. That I don't stand for, even in death.
Yeah, and we'll keep Salvatore around in case things get too excited, and he can definitely bring the tone down. While we wait for him to finish talking.
The prince interrupts. He looks at Ryan and goes, I don't recognize you.
Neither do I. I don't recognize you either, but Ryan Gallagher. I'm out from Wyoming, or Montana, as it were.
I take a step back.
I do not mean to offend. I am here anew. I am with an objective. I don't mean to I don't mean to step on your toes. I am just here to... Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just here.
He hasn't moved. He hasn't blinked. He hasn't...
Princeps Neo.
And Ryan's maybe taken one steps forward and realized he's a statue and just politely been...
The neonate is unfamiliar with the customs of kindred society.
That is putting it lightly. Thank you.
May I introduce Ryan Gallagher, a newly arrived neonate from out of town. This is our prince, Prince Lestrade.
Ryan Gallagher from out of town. Who is your sire?
That I was hoping to find out.
He raises one eyebrow. The rest of the room seems to take a step back, like a collective breath. And everyone just sort of steps back.
Mm-hmm.
The only movement he's made is to raise an eyebrow.
And he will, not knowing the entire situation, just stand still, arms folded, maybe in his pockets, but arms folded, respectful.
Those thou create thine own children. Till thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all things. Sins are thine to endure. Far too often in these modern nights, so-called kindred sire childer and leave them. Often they are destroyed by our scourges before they make their way to Elysium. You are here. I offer you, under the fifth tradition, my hospitality. Do not make me regret it.
I will not. And I thank you for the scant exposure I have had to this world. Has been interesting, to say the least, so far.
I believe you're about to receive an education.
I believe so as well. And I will take the lesson to heart all of the lessons. What is left of it, at the very least.
With that, he kind of turns on his heels in a complete 180 and about face, and he walks away from you and begins chatting with other kindred in the area, specifically Juliet. And you see he's also talking with a dusky skin, with long auburn curls and a mischievous smile. Never quite reaches her eyes, though. She's wearing flowing bohemian clothing, adorned with charms, trinkets, wrist jingling softly as she moves. Just another random kindred in the room. He just begins conversing with. You can't really hear. It's just there's a lot going on. Everyone seems a little bit more animated now that they know the accusations are against the Tremere. People have sort of split off to, gossip amongst themselves, plan and plot, and try to figure out what's going on.
I think after all of that, Ryan's just finally going to release the breath he didn't realize he was holding through that whole conversation. Just, okay. Maybe it is a bit more serious than I thought.
Uh-oh. Oh, the camera froze for a second.
Oh, yeah. No, the whole thing.
Unflattering pose. All right. So.
Mr. Gallagher, you don't need to do that. Hold your breath, that is.
So I'm told.
You'll learn.
I suppose I will. As it is not incredibly obvious, and you can see this kind of stoic face instead of him being, okay, I'm out looking for somebody, I am the hunter. Mm-hmm. He has kind of regressed into, okay, a bit more of a defensive pose, a bit more of a reactionary kind of thing. Okay, as I am told, yes. Yes, I will.
I grab Brian's arm and I basically say to him, you really need to figure out which stage you need to wear which mask on. If you notice nobody else here is breathing, maybe you might want to make yourself part of this crowd. You wear the other mask when you're among the ones with the heartbeats. And I kind of drag him over towards, kind of just off of Juliet's shoulder, because we kind of need to get all the information on this. He's hitched himself to this wagon, and we need to go figure out what's going on. So if Lestrade is talking to Juliet. We need to hear what he's saying to her.
As you're on your way there, a hand like presses against your chest for a second, Dante. It's a big hand wrapped in tape, like punching tape. Tape meant for punching, and it belongs to the local Bruja enforcer who works for the prince. He's kind of known to be an anarch sellout. Used to talk a big game, but when it came push to shove, he stood behind the camera. It's Sebastian Winter. He's roughly about 6'1", with silverish long silver hair tied back in a ponytail. He's a tough dude, but he's kind of got a reputation as kind of a sellout at this point. He's kind of the muscle for the prince. He's like, man, all this talk of loyalty and tradition, you just save it. You think the rest of us don't see how you hide in your tower scheming while the rest of us keep the city intact? We know that you're experimenting, and if we find out that it's true, it's going to be hell on the Tremere. All right? So you better do whatever you got to do to clear yourself, because I'm looking for an excuse to lay a beat down on the Tremere. After all these years.
You need to be looking for an excuse to be out of my way, because I'm trying to do this thing that I need to do that I don't know where it's coming from, and all I see is your ugly face. So
he puts his hands up like he's like, all right. Just remember, kind of cracks his knuckles a little bit. Like, just remember, I'm just looking for an excuse.
Yeah, I'm sure you're looking for a lot of things. I'm sure you're looking for quippy one-liner that I can't make right now. But what you need to be looking for is me doing this thing and you not being in my way, because I really hate it when people tell me to do the thing I'm in the middle of doing.
All right. Sebastian Winter. Winter. That is a familiar last name to us people. Yes. If you watch the Saturday show. All right. So he moves on. Then you guys are moving toward, you and Ryan and Salvatore are moving toward Juliet to get more information. Is that where you were heading?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you get through it. Juliet's kind of off to the corners, off to a corner by herself, kind of just looking at, a potted plant, basically trying to look busy as you approach her. Kind of looks not flustered, but annoyed. More annoyed than anything.
Seems like Lestrade didn't have much say to her. That was a short conversation.
It was. It was a very short conversation. And she says, I don't know where these allegations are coming from. I am not familiar with any experiment. I have not authorized any experimentation on Thin Blood. I've spoken to Marcus, and he says he has had nothing to do with this either. So I can't tell if he's lying or not. He's very adept at maintaining his mind.
Are the Pinkies claiming? Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Are the Pinkies claiming they're missing people? Have they had people go away from their little kibbutz collective that they have there, or what? What's the deal? Is this just the sheriff saying they found a journal? What else is tying this together?
This is the chief of police intercepted the information from the detectives who made the bust.
Okay.
Nobody had anything to do with it. Then where is this coming from? Ryan will speak up with.
Looks to us. It's good to see you again, Mr. Gallagher. The information is coming from Mr. Kane, Alaric Kane.
Kane. So we have one source of information and two people denying, one accused and the other one accusing.
No, he's not accusing. He's just providing. He's the one who discovered the information and was able to get it from the police. He was able to influence, with the help of Lestrade, Harriet Deacon.
Yeah, but who knows what the Bone Whites are planning? They always just sit there with their little steepled fingers and their little weird Count Orlok grins. So why is this coming from him? Again, I need to know how this ties together if my name's attached to it. We got to figure this, what's the link there?
I agree. I don't know the link yet. It's going to take time. I was as blindsided as you are about this, and I'm not too sure. It probably wouldn't even have been a big deal if the Masquerade wasn't put at risk. We know he doesn't care that enough about the Thin Bloods.
Brian's gonna wince at that.
Who's Alaric Kane?
The Nosferatu Primogen, the booming voice from the shadows. He's the keeper of secrets. He's also known as he's pretty much the loyal opposition. He's the biggest.
I thought Callum Drake was.
No, Callum Drake is just another Nosferatu.
Okay.
Now
yeah, he's like Starscream to Victor Lestrade.
Now call me new.
He's much more subtle than Starscream, but yes, that is a good point of reference. He is the Starscream.
Good analogy. Yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy that I need to talk with before. Well, too late now. I need to track him down and talk with him.
Now, call me new around these parts, but it sounds like somebody's trying to make a power play and get two places or two factions to fight against each other. I've seen this more than enough times from where I'm from. Instigated it too. But this just sounds like hogwash to me.
No offense, I don't think we really need to worry about the Thin Bloods coming after the Tremere. I think it's more so using them as a pawn to take our queen, so to speak.
I'm going to try and find Kane.
Okay. Yeah, guys, just give me 1 second. Alaric Kane is not hard to find. I mean, he's hard to find, but he's not hard to find. If you're looking for him, he's probably also looking for you. At one point, while you're looking for him, you feel 10 fingers, 5 on each shoulder from behind. This sort of...
Sneakier than you.
Hello, Salvatore. His voice is not as booming as yours, but it is booming. His skin is bark-like. He's not your normal. He's not a Count Orlok. He is bark-like, almost like a living tree.
Kind of like maneuver away from other people. Well, that was exciting. What do we need to know?
Well, it seems the Tremere have finally screwed up. Well, someone wants us to believe the Tremere have finally screwed up. But they've left a brilliant opportunity in the hands of the police that endangers the Masquerade. Someone has been experimenting on somebody, and somebody left evidence. It's very, very convenient evidence. I agree. But it does point in a direction that is useful for me.
Well, somebody wants to take the Tremere down a peg.
I can think of any number of kindred who would like to do such.
Yeah, the list is long and distinguished.
Unfortunately, if they destabilize the Tremere, it destabilizes the domain in other ways.
Just it.
Not only does it destabilize Lestrade, it could destabilize our position as well.
There is a potential that this is a move against kindred in general by destabilizing one of the primary clans, cause us to war amongst ourselves. Who would gain from that? Aside from the Lupins.
Those don't exist.
Alex ponders for a moment. It could be anyone. It could be completely out of town. It could be within. It could be it could be Annabelle Cross, for all we know. But if you're going to help them, at least make sure they don't die. It could be useful.
Of course.
All right, what are you two doing?
I was going to say, while he's talking to Alaric, I'm kind of going and touching base with, any other kindred who I know. It's, meta knowledge. He mentioned the Lupin. But kind of pooling, rumors that they might have, the wolves might have broken their own masquerade. Has that been going around? I heard something about a YouTube video. And I know most of them are online.
There is, most vampires are online. But there is a hubbub in town about the werewolf of Lake Blackwater. Turns out it's just a musician. who uses Daft Punk-esque masks to appear to be a werewolf while he performs on stage. It is he and his partner, and they're becoming becoming famous locally for their outstanding performances and eclectic live shows.
Well, maybe we'll have to check them out sometime. See what the hubbub is all about.
You go ahead. I'll be out here. Nah.
Yeah, you stick out like a dead thumb, so to speak. So.
Yeah.
All right, no one seems to have any concrete information about any vampire, any werewolf activity. But there's always rumors. There's always rumors.
There's always rumors of, you hear them out in the woods, and we are isolated.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a prime target for lupines, at least out in the woods. Not really in town, but the YouTube video thing is one of those. I'm going, uh-oh, that's not good. We don't want to hear about that.
All right, so
what is this YouTube?
What is YouTube's? Well, ever since 9/11, for those who aren't in the know in the audience, since 9/11, the government has known about vampires and has been actively hunting vampires with the Second Inquisition using, we're talking Tom Clancy-esque measures and drones and hunter-killer missiles to go after vampires. So the Cabrilla, the basic governing body of sane vampires, has told everyone to stay the fuck off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're looking for other people to talk to? Dante?
Oh, yeah. Also, the who is the lady from the? I was gonna say Half-Bloods, the Thin Bloods, the Pinkies.
Pinkies.
Wow. Now I'm offended. Okay.
Trust me, racism runs very deep in the ancient culture of vampire of kindred kind. You don't have to worry about that. You best just not take it personally.
I call in 500 kilogram bomb.
It was a male who spoke up. His name was Jasper.
Okay.
He's all night he's been nervously advocating for the collective survival. He tries to keep a low profile amidst the distasteful claims of full-blooded kindred. He realizes he's not really wanted there, so he does kind of keep a low profile. But he's at the same time, come on, Thin Bloods have rights too. Let's go. Quit oppressing us. Quit experimenting on us.
I'll kind of tag along with Dante on this one as well.
All right.
So, Ryan, I mean, these guys aren't going to like me. I mean, not a lot of people do, at least in this room. But given that you might blend a little better with them at first blush, so to speak, I'm going to let you take the lead and kind of, we don't want to poke around here, right? We want to figure out where this is coming from and where it's going. So if this is coming from Thin Bloods, let's find out. And I'm going to let you do the talking on this one because, again, I'm just going to stand back because I don't think they'd want to give me much information.
He just kind of gives you a wide smile and looks at you. So you want to use me just like just like everybody else? No, I get it. I understand. I get this.
You're catching on. That's good.
Okay, fine. And I'll approach him.
All right. You approach Jasper, right? He is wearing he's wearing a flannel shirt, a nice flannel shirt, like it probably just came off the rack. Like he's wearing his best to Elysium. It's a nice flannel shirt, nice pair of pressed jeans, pair of boots, and a trucker hat. He's really dressed up for Elysium tonight. He's like
as much as he can be. No, I get it. I get it.
He's like, who are you?
Well, if you haven't heard of ads, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay. Ads are for the poor.
Well, if you haven't heard around, then I suppose if you know, you don't. But I'm a friend. Let's put it that way. And I'm on your side as well.
I'm going to stop you right there. Last time someone told me they were my friend, they turned me into what I am now. So just keep it straight with me.
Okay. I'm here for things. Probably not for you. Probably not for anybody else. Obviously, you could tell I'm not from around here, friend.
I don't recognize you, friend.
Obviously. And I don't recognize you either. So maybe we should keep it that way. Maybe not. these accusations around thin bloods, as they call it. Any idea?
Well, all I can tell you is we're missing 2.
You're missing 2.
We're missing 2. We have 2 who have not returned to the collective. We haven't seen them in at least 2 weeks. We've been out looking for them. It's not unusual that we go missing from time to time. We have lives. We're doing our thing.
Believe me, I get that.
Lake Blackwater is great for us. It's a tourist town. We don't cause a lot of trouble. It's winter. We keep our nose clean. We don't need to be oppressed like this.
No, I feel that on a lot of levels. I do. No, I do. But tell me about these 2 that are missing, because frankly, I don't want people to go missing at this day and age.
We're missing Delilah and Steve.
Tell me about them.
Well, Delilah was just a kid, really. That's probably not much older than 17. She just got by. She just got by, getting by. We let her stay with us. Someone turned her. We don't know who. She's just a poor thing. Now we can't find her anywhere. We've been looking at her. We think the worst might happen to her. She's strong, but she's still only a kid. And Steve was a crackhead before all this. But he's missing too.
Both missing.
They're both just missing. We've looked everywhere for them. We can't find them. It's not unusual for them to go missing for a period of time, but to be gone this long, we knew something.
Unusual.
We knew something is up. We didn't know that Shamir were involved.
Maybe, may not be, but I hear around here at least that the grapevine is rather long and can be a little poison sometimes. Maybe it might not be the Tremere. Maybe it is. Who knows? Where were they last seen? Do you know where their whereabouts are? Anything like that? Where they tend to hang around? Any people they tend to talk to? Anything like that?
Delilah haunted the high school.
High school.
We've checked there. She has no one seen, none of the people she would hang around with have seen her. And Steve just hung about by the corner looking to score. But Steve can't OD anymore. So we know that's not what happened.
Yeah, I get that, friend. I get that.
I mean, maybe he got stabbed, but we would have heard something about it.
Out of curiosity, did any of them know, and he'll look around real quick for anybody that's listening in, some more interesting recipes or anything like that? Shit up?
We don't talk about that shit here, man.
Gotcha.
Not around full bloods.
Okay. Might come back to you later.
Whatever.
Yeah. That piques Dante's interest because Dante knows that they like to get up with kinky stuff with blood too.
Good.
So maybe this is a thin blood playing at being a Tremere.
We'll see.
Maybe they're hypothesizing about Tremere practices and trying to incorporate that into their own little voodoo.
That voodoo that you do so well.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Got 4 points in it.
You ain't the only one, friend. Anyway, all right, so the high school, the corner, ain't nothing else going on there. Shit. We're gonna help this whole situation out. Maybe even indict the as it were will, or even try and find them. Because at this point, you don't know if they're dead, gone, or not, do you?
We have no idea. We're assuming in this shitty ass world that we live in that the absolute worst has happened. And if something bad hasn't happened, well, that'll be a fucking pleasant surprise, now won't it?
Wouldn't it? Shit, anything else to help those chances? I imagine you care about these folks, at least somewhat.
I mean, what do you want? DNA evidence? I mean, I don't know what I can offer to help you.
I mean, I know
Yes,
what I
that
can
would
offer
help.
to help. But apparently you're the witch over here. That would help.
That would help tremendously, actually. Do you have any?
DNA? No, but they had stuff.
Where?
Stuff always helps.
We'll get it to you.
Between, some contacts, I got the makings of a bloodhound. Parts and pieces.
All right. He hands you a card. It's to a burner. It's a number to a burner phone. Call that. We'll get it to you.
Okay. Are we?
Will you roll, friend? Just make sure his name was Jasper White, right?
Jasper Wright.
Yeah.
Wright. That's like Will Wright.
All right.
So the night is still young. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
Only thing I was going to say is that I'll actually hand him my card, and it's actually one from when he was alive. So take from that what you will.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of cohesion amongst thin bloods. Ryan, seems more like a come and go pack of coyotes to me. Maybe just knowing names and what they look like, and that's about it. Doesn't seem to be broken up about them, other than the idea that he might be next if this experimentation is going on.
Or you might be next too. Listen, friend, we're all just present creatures of the present, even if we're dead or not.
So, true enough, but some of us, put a little more stock in our associations. Again, maybe he didn't know the kid too long, or who gets to know a crackhead really, but a kid and a crackhead? I mean, we're not talking Mother Abigail here.
No, we ain't. But believe me, I know we all got enough blood on our hands to figure that out. So,
all right, guys, I want to take a quick 10-minute break right here as we wrap up this Elysium scene, so we can use the bathroom and stretch our legs. Chat, before we go, while we're gone, let me know if you can hear us all right, how everything sounds, and we'll be right back in about roughly 10-ish minutes, all right? All right, we'll be right back.
Always.
In a text format.
Hello, welcome back.
How's it going, everyone? We were just chit-chatting behind the scenes about how much fun everyone's having and the notes everyone's taking, which brings me to something I wanted to talk about anyway, because we didn't do it during session 0, relationship maps, which now you guys are kind of putting together now.
Yep, I've got my own little, the coterie map.
I have about 5 extra stars on mine because, oh my gosh, I have to refer to page 5, refer to page 3, this, and this.
I want to thank Consular Ash. Yes, they are very interesting characters.
Consular Ash.
I can't wait to see where they come from either. Thanks for stopping in. I'm having a great time. Thanks for enjoying watching me have a good time. I hope and if anybody has any questions in chat, if we're saying something and something comes up and you're not really clear what we're talking about, or you have a lore question, feel free to ask and I'll answer it in chat, or we'll answer it on screen, because there's a lot of lore that goes on in this game as well.
And this one uses a lot of different language that will be foreign to people that aren't, if you're not familiar with this setting. The various terms that are used, there are like different, there's like vulgar argot, there's like this, the young bloods speak. Then you got like the old school, K-Night.
Skibbity Riz.
Yeah, the Skibbity Riz.
And then we got the millennial, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just blundering into this situation. I had all the power where I was from, and then suddenly I'm dead. Here's this. Yeah. Okay.
Congratulations.
What's going on?
Welcome back to the bottom of the
food chain.
Food chain.
Yeah, starting back from the beginning. I'd also like to shout out to Consular Ash. I'm so glad that you're here because, oh my God, you son of a bitch, you're here.
That's awesome. That's one of your people.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so something
did that wrong.
If people are picking up on it, when Zed mentions the clan that anybody is part of, those are anybody who might not be familiar. Those are defining. So, like, if somebody were to say to you your zodiac sign, and the way that it would spell out for your zodiac, this person is this way and this way. Annabelle the Malkavians are all fucking nuts. That's their defining characteristic. So
they're part of a bloodline.
Yeah.
And that trait breeds true. As you make new vampires, everybody on down the line carries those traits. That's why Nosferatu are all generally fucked up looking, and Tremere are all magically inclined.
All right.
When you get to a certain point, it's me.
All right. So we've been at Elysium. We've been interacting with the various other kindred of Lake Blackwater and surrounding areas. Ads are starting again, and these ads are relentless. I'm sorry, folks. They are relentless. I do apologize. Get Turbo or sub. And if you do sub, we do have some wonderful. This is just a quick because these were made for me by the wonderful Nerdwire. You do get access to these wonderful emotes, and if we get enough subs, maybe we'll get some vampire emotes too.
Also, thank you, Nerdwire, for making this whole interface. This is amazing.
Yes, a tribute,
complete. Nerdwire rocks, man.
Yeah, Nerdwire's amazing at everything he does.
That dude puts in the work.
All the work.
All of the work.
Like I was saying, we've been at Elysium. We've been interacting with all the kindred of the city all night. It's a long night. Nothing crazy has happened at Elysium. No one has lost their shit. As we're coming back into it, things are beginning to wind down. The groups have all broken off. They're doing their own thing. They're gossiping. They're being catty with each other. It's high school for undead people. It's undead high school.
That is so accurate.
I think at this point when everybody breaks off, you can see Brian kind of visually and spiritually deflate, because you can tell this is a person that was, he was at the top of his game where he was. Now he's in a new region, which he thought he could get. But this is different. This you can even see in his one eye and his whole face. It's kind of like, okay, I went from minnows to sharks real quick. He is sticking to number one Dante real hard, because he seems to know what's going on, and Salvatore as well. Maybe for different reasons, but insight check on. But Dante is his most. He'll even pull out the card at some point and approach Dante. So I was told by your, I guess, master point.
Sire.
Hand over the card. Sire.
Mentor.
My apologies. Again, as you could tell, I'm new to this.
Yeah.
I was told you could help me find somebody, and I have a favor owed to it, so I hope it's...
I can definitely help you find somebody. I could help you find a lot of things.
Is there any way I can tell he's telling the truth on that one or not?
You know what? You're telling the truth, aren't you, Keywork?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You make a wits plus subterfuge check. Difficulty 2.
Wits plus subterfuge? Oh, man. I'm so glad I'm good at that.
What'd you get? What's your dice pool?
Wits plus subterfuge? 5.
Yes. Then don't bother rolling. Take half. He's telling you the truth.
Okay.
He's not being duplicitous at all.
He'll kind of narrow his eye at you and go, for what I'm looking for, and know how to put it, Mephistopheles-esque fucking bullshit with a loophole.
It's not going to cost you your teeth or ability to walk. Don't worry about it. I can help you. I was asked to, so that carries something. Again, not going to cost you an arm and a leg, buddy.
Not yet.
Now, helping you not exactly run afoul of these dirty bloodsuckers, maybe that will cost you a little more.
I see. But I would also like to put forth the point that I can help as well.
Oh,
I know a lot of people have sources and everything, but not the kind that... Oh.
Nope. Was that me?
Nope, that's me.
All right.
Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you.
You're good.
Sorry about that.
No,
I
you're
don't know
fine.
why my internet's acting up. We've got gigabit, but whatever. Yeah, no, they can't help you like I can. I am very impartial, as you can tell. I'm here for.
As much as I know I can help you, trust me, I know you can help me. Anybody could help me if I needed them to. So, again, don't worry about it. I was asked to help you, and I can tell. I think I have an idea of what you're looking for, or I should say who you're looking for, given your little introduction to the prince. So, again, I'm not going to take your teeth for it, but before we leave Elysium, was... not to cut you short, Ryan, I just want to throw this out there. Was Marcus Vale at Elysium tonight? Did we run across him?
I'm glad you asked that because I was picking that up to point that out. Marcus Vale was not at Elysium tonight.
Marcus Vale was not. Okay, let me just write that down in my importance.
Marcus Vale was not at Elysium tonight.
So, did I have a chance to talk to Juliet about that?
Now's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Who was Marcus Vale?
The third Tremere in Lake Blackwater. Well, that we know of.
Yeah. The one that's strangely absent.
Given the accusations tonight, strangely indeed.
Very strange.
All right, so you approach Juliet again. I take it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the night, as you approach, I just want to make a... She realizes she stops, because this is about Marcus, isn't it?
Do you even have to ask?
You haven't seen him either?
I wouldn't be standing in front of you if I had. I'd be out looking for, well, probably the meth house, first of all, but let's start there.
All right.
Where's Marcus?
Well, we'll need to find Marcus. I don't know where Marcus is. He was told to be here.
You know, you really should start taking fingertips from your proteges so that you could find them if need be. Not volunteering mine, mind you. I enjoy having them, but maybe this one you should have.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Well, let's find Marcus.
Okay.
And we can find out why he wasn't here.
So has he been studying with you? Or has he kind of established his own little haven?
He's been staying in a brownstone in town.
Okay.
It's our quote-unquote, looks to the left, it looks to the right. It's our quote-unquote chantry. It's our future public-facing place. It doesn't seem to have much of a future right now.
Yeah, mailing address.
Exactly.
Well, it's got a door. We've got knuckles.
Well, check
Let's
there.
go see. Let's go
first.
see who's home. So, Three Musketeers then?
I wanted to, at one point, before the night is over, I'm keeping an eye on the La Sombra. And at some point, just kind of observing how they're interacting, if they're interacting with anyone. And if not, I would make my way over to basically say, hello, what are you doing here?
All right, make a wits plus awareness roll. Just to see what she's kind of been doing all night.
All right, so wits. Wits awareness is, I've got 6.
Oh, you just take half. Difficulty
Okay,
3.
I'll
You're
just
very observant of her. Since you've taken an interest to her, you notice that she spent most of the night speaking with another traveler. The Sombra's not from here, but it's known that she comes here very often as she's a confidant of the prince, which is very unusual for a Sombra and a Ventru to be quite so close. It's been known that she has not always been a member of the Camarilla, and that she's a recent convert, at least in the last 10 years, from the Sabbat. She gave up the Sabbat and joined the Camarilla. She's been what's up, Dom Retro? She's been spending the night.
No, it's Dom.
Dom's here.
Back
Hey,
and
Dom.
forth with Amara Devereaux, the traveling Ravnus with the long auburn curls and the mischievous smile that never quite reaches her eyes. She never stays in one place for very long. She's not local either. They do seem to get along rather well, but she spent most of the night at her side and discussing things with the prince.
If I could catch the Ravnos and the La Sombra together, that would kill two birds with one stone. So I would kind of like to try and wait for my moment and try and.
All right, give me a intelligence plus etiquette check.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. So.
Remember your hunger dice.
3. Yeah, I got 3.
All right, you definitely need to roll because you need at least 2 successes.
All right, so let's see. Video? No, not
Before I
video
complete
ninja.
I'd like to do so.
Where's the? Okay, so I just do
1 hunger dice and 2 of the black dice.
All right, so we'll do.
You're looking for the right opportunity to sneak in.
Those. How do I do more than one?
You just click on them.
Oh, there we go. 2.
Oh, ads.
All right, so we are entering ads. All right, every time Jeff does, we're not worrying about it because we had plenty of subs here. All right, so you kind of blunder into it a little bit, Salvatore. As you approach, you do find them there, they are locked in conversation with each other, and you sort of approach, and you don't really realize it's the wrong time to do it, but you do it anyway.
Where'd the die roll? Where's my die roll? I don't see.
It's in.
Is that player 11? Is that me?
Yeah, retired 11 Bravo. Yep.
Okay, so so the Ankh is bad, or the
Ankh is 1 success. You needed 2.
Oh, what about the black?
The black die. You got it on the black die, but you needed 2 of those Ankhs. At least 2 of those Ankhs. The Ankh represents a 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Okay, so why does it have 4 of the black dice than 1 of the red? I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn the.
Okay, so player 11 is Bishop, I believe. He rolled 1 hunger dice and 4 dice. So what you want to do is you select your hunger dice first by pressing 1 of the red die, and then you select the number of black die. You don't have to, and you roll them at the same time.
Okay. Oh, so it is okay. So 1 of those and 4 of those, and I got 4 black Ankhs and 1 red Ankh, and that equals what?
No, it's just showing the dice that you used. It's not showing the result. It shows the result to the left that you got 1 success.
Yeah,
1 DG4.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
1 Ankh.
the 1 Ankh. Oh, I see. I wasn't even seeing that part. I was looking for the actual dice to show me what the dice were.
All right. Yeah. So at this point, everyone, Alaric is approaching.
Awkward.
Not Alaric, I'm sorry. Salvatore Ricci is approaching the La Sombra, whose name is Valeria Durand, and Amara Devereaux, the Ravno. And he's approaching them while they're mid-conversation. So after you, Salvatore.
It's one of those you walk up and you immediately realize, oh, I'm so sorry. I timed that poorly.
They stop what they're doing. They look at you. Valeria kind of exhales, even though she doesn't have to, like a, ugh. And Damara says, easy. He doesn't know any better. And Valeria turns and she goes, he should. She turns and goes, in an almost mock voice, how can I help you?
Hey, you want to start a 10 blood revolution? No, I'm kidding.
My apologies. I forgive the lack of decorum. She is right. I should have known better. I should have waited. The breach is done. There's nothing I can do about it now.
We can only move forward. She sighs.
Indeed.
How can I help you?
Since you were in town, and obviously, as you can see, we've got some interesting things afoot. I was wondering that perhaps you have knowledge, insight, maybe something that most of the people here do not.
Class, taste.
A certain je ne sais quoi.
Oui.
No, I don't have to do that anymore.
No, I have no insight into this, though. I wouldn't put past the Tremere to be doing something
Of course not.
wrong. I've always known.
Well,
We've always known that they've been. What's the word I'm looking for?
Sketchy?
Usurpers.
Oh, exceptional word.
Starting counting your votes.
Well, is there anything else?
Yeah,
No,
it's suspicious when you look at it down the length of your nose all the time.
Yeah.
No, I think I have embarrassed myself enough for one evening. Thank you, ladies, for your time and your patience.
Mara says, waves her fingers, toodles, as you saunter, as you wander away.
Yeah, Salvatore should his massive, bone-thin, creepy fingers.
Wow, Valaria doesn't wave at you; her shadow does.
Oh, fucking hate the fucking Lazambra.
Fuck Lasombra. Oh.
Stuck up bitch.
That's
All right.
And I will make my way. See if there's anything. If there's nothing else, I will check with the newcomer and the Tremere and see if there's any plans.
By this point, the fashionable kindred are all leaving to whatever after party, whatever freak out Diddy's having this week in Lake Blackwater. They are.
Jeez.
I apologize. My lens just popped out of my glasses.
No worries.
One of them. I can't see shit. Okay, there we go.
The important one.
Yeah.
Really? Dude,
You need to protect your eyes.
that one?
You only got one.
Well, at least it's the left one.
All right.
Yeah.
It compromises.
That is.
I did want to say before we leave Elysium. Anyway, before we leave Elysium, I did want to catch up with Marcus.
Marcus Vale?
Sorry, Jasper White.
Jasper Wright. Yes.
Yes, him.
All right. Nervous looking man with dark circled under his hazel eyes, dressed in worn jeans and hoodie, blending into the crowd with a slouching posture that belies his apprehension. How can he help you?
Ryan will walk up to him and be like, okay, I apologize for the terse introduction, friend. Now that I am alone, leader of the whole thin thing.
It's a collective. We don't really have a leader. We just look out for each other.
Okay. Come now. Who's the voice?
The
I
voice.
just kind of look over at Dante. It's like, so edgy.
Come now. Who's the voice? Who speaks for the law around here?
Well,
because
I mean, right now it's me.
Now it's you.
I'm here. I'm the one speaking up right now.
I will. I think I said it beforehand. I passed him my card, right?
Yep.
Okay. Call that number if you need anything.
Will do. Man.
I'm here, and regardless if you know me or not, I'm here.
Like, what
Take
kind
that as you will.
what kind of stuff can I call you about, man? I mean, are you like a weed guy or
Fucking anything you can think of, man.
He does Uber Eats.
Uber Eats as well. Yeah, no.
He looks at the card. He's like, "All right, I always wanted a golden ticket." Puts in his pocket.
Also, as far as the card goes, it is almost like American Psycho-esque, like detail. It is.
Oh my God!
Amazing.
Wow, that's a callback.
I know, right? Thank you.
Well,
at least somebody else has watched the movie.
If you're ever looking for us, we hang out at the Black Lantern.
The Black Lantern.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's down in the industrial district.
Down at the. I like that. I like the way you roll. All right, Black Lantern. Black player, not the player character.
Yeah, let's go hang out with the teenager socialists who grew up reading Anne Rice.
Okay, Tremere. No, you can calm down. No, I'm kidding.
A vampire.
Vampire. Oh my gosh, it's called Kindred.
These teenagers grew up reading Twilight. Get it right.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
even later than Anne Rice.
Yeah.
Let me grab my dice so I can take psychic damage from that real quick.
Oh, but that Queen of the Damned movie though, that got them right.
Oh.
Leah, man, was hot.
You guys are killing me, right? Like actually killing me.
All right.
All right.
So
After that, he'll walk away.
the fashionable kindred have left Elysium. All that's left
Excuse me.
Well, if you're still there,
I'm not.
all that's left really are some officials and the Thin Blood who's still trying to. Thin Bloods and Sparkle Skins. That's right. The people trying to drum up some support. The Thin Blood Collective is there. Is talking to like the Sebastian Vinter, the Bruja representative, kind of getting him all riled up. He's already riled up. What do you three do as a burgeoning coterie? What's going on? It's probably you've only been there for like 3 hours, so it started at 7, so it's 10 now, 11 now, 11. Like it is right now.
If you want to go check out the meth lab.
I'll be honest. Brian is following both of your leads. You're the locals. He is now looking to you. You can tell that he's had a much more unique outlook than being out in the front.
Well, for playing Three Musketeers, Hercule Poirot, you can take notes there, Sparky. Let's go look at some real estate.
I'll get in the back as is appropriate.
Whose car?
Yeah, Salvatore doesn't drive.
Salvatore, you can hop in the trunk.
And he'll look over to Dante. Did you bring a car? I'm guessing you did.
Of course I brought my car.
Of course he brought his car.
Of course. So in that case, we're taking mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because yours might be local.
At least I don't have to worry about dying in a car crash.
Precisely. Nobody looks at a local or anything like or an out-of-stater just kind of, disappearing. And when you guys walk outside and see his Mercedes G-Class,
you see a bunch you see a couple Bugattis out there, like the Prince's vehicle is out there, Eleanor's is out there. But the Mercedes is parked up in there and it's looking really good.
I'd say anybody who has any mechanics or anything else in drive can tell that this vehicle is
absolutely no idea.
Yeah,
it's cars. Who cares?
Just blockhead things. But yeah, no, he'll get in the driver's seat unless Dante insists.
No, you're good. There are things to be said about keeping a low profile, though. Just throw that out there. I mean, you can have a car that goes, and it goes, when you put your foot down. But do you want a car that anybody could pick out, on second thought?
Well, the Prince brought out a Bugatti with 5 inches of snow on the ground. So.
He doesn't need to worry about anybody recognizing his vehicle.
No.
Ryan does. Come on, man. Anyway, he'll drive off towards the location, towards where he's pointed.
Yeah, got the address from Juliet.
All right, so there's 5 inches of snow on the ice. It's not hard to get where you're getting. After a couple minutes of driving, it starts to snow. It's coming down. It's not terrible. You arrive you're going to the meth lab, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so where can I buy one?
Oh,
it's a Bugatti.
Actually,
flying car's dope.
Shoot. Well, that's a choice then, because I actually thought we were going to go where Marcus is supposed to be. There's the brownstone that Juliet told us he's staying at.
That's what I was wondering. Are we going to the brownstone?
Whichever you went.
Yes,
No difference.
Yeah, let's go to the brownstone.
Okay, so Ryan is looking for direction. Again, he's not a local. He's not anything. He's looking for direction. If you guys give him a direction, he'll drive that way.
All right, so you get directions to the brownstone that the Tremere are using as the chantry. You drive up to it, park the vehicle. You notice there's no parking really in front of it. So you have to park a couple blocks away. It's no real big deal, but it is about 5 inches of snow on the ground. Are you guys dressed for the snow? Just a question that you'd ask.
At this point, Ryan would chuck his ball attire. He's got the suit off. He's got the hat off, the whole 9 yards. No, sorry, I take that back. He's still got the hat on. You can tell probably at this point he's wearing boots, like not riding boots, but Western style boots. Again, the guy looks as if he's never left Texas at this point. So he's got a Carhartt, he's got jeans, he's geared for this.
You look like a local if you're wearing Carhartt and jeans. If you're wearing if you're wearing the cowboy hat, you still kind of look local because these people think they're from the South.
Cowboy hat and the boots are probably the only outside factors, but other than that, because it's nice boots, like snakeskin boots kind of shit.
No, I'm dressed for Elysium. I'm wearing a suit and jacket. Got those flat bottom shoes that slip on anything, so not the best for a couple blocks though, really. A couple blocks in this mountain town.
If you come around a couple times, you do find one closer. I was just buying some time. While I was ruminating in my head what I was going to say. So I was just buying some time.
I didn't think hypothermia was going to be a concern.
No, it's definitely not a concern. You don't feel the cold.
No, exactly.
You don't feel the cold whatsoever. I'm just
going
out for
to
what people are watching and noticing.
Gotcha.
I'm still in all black with like lace frills at my wrists and collar, and it's like I've got a hooded cloak kind of thing, and I'm not going to walk with these. I'm going to kind of slink away. I'll meet you up there.
All right.
I'm not walking with them.
Okay. I'm going to wait for Ryan to get back real quick. And then so they only have to give it once.
Oh, that's funny.
If you're gonna play the creeper, Salvatore, why don't you go sneak up on the back window like the weirdo you are? Let's cover both ends.
Yeah.
Right,
Southern dreams become northern memes. Oh, that's so funny.
It's an imposing brownstone located on a quaint tree-lined street. It seems to resist the passage of time. The structure's a perfect blend of Victorian elegance and occult mystery. Its facade subtly emanating an aura that unsettles even the most oblivious passerby. The building's architecture is quintessentially Gothic revival, with intricate stonework, arched windows, and wrought iron details adjoining the balconies and the stair railings. The windows are heavy dark curtains obscure the windows, allowing no glimpse into the interior. Stained glass panels depict arcane symbols and alchemical diagrams catch the faint glow of the streetlights at night. It's a large oaken wooden door in the front. In order to get behind it, you're gonna have to go behind a row of other buildings. This is a brown. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what a brownstones are. Row houses.
Yep, it's a row houses. You're gonna have to come around the block to get behind it. Really.
Yep. While we were driving around, if there's a chance while we're driving around, you can just let me out early, and I'll head towards the rear.
That point, apologies. Sorry, I had to go. There's people screaming murder out there because they're enjoying the snow. I thought something was going on. My apologies.
No, you're good.
No worries.
So row houses for the whole Chantry thing. Right. Okay. You probably would have unlocked the doors because you would, Salvatore would probably, would probably be sitting in the back. He's got special locks. You probably realized you can't unlock the door and jump out at your own free will. He'll unlock them and let you jump out at your own.
Thank you.
Naturally, friend. Go be yourself.
Not too much, though. Rein it in.
All right. So
he doesn't know that.
You're sneaking up behind the back, correct?
I'm heading towards the back door.
What is your dexterity plus stealth pool?
8.
8. So yeah, if you take half,
shit!
exactly. You take half. No one can find you. You creep behind it. As you creep in and you find the right building, as you come up on it, you notice the back door has been kicked out.
Ooh.
Mm.
Are there any lights? Is it lit?
The lights are on inside.
The
back door has been kicked out.
When there is a point, I will converse with Dante. When that happens, start telling.
Yep, you guys have
I will start. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to be looking and peering, creeping, keeping to shadows in case somebody else is here, kind of thing. So you guys have your moment.
Give me a wits plus awareness while they're doing that.
That's 6.
Okay, you take half. So you don't notice anything except there are footprints in the snow that lead away from the building to the sidewalk, where you lose them, except for some wet tracks for another couple 100 feet, and then you lose them.
Yeah. Right. Then I'll head back and wait.
Sorry. Brian, at some point while all this is going on, will look over to Dante, still circling the block, and be like, I'm told you're useful by your mentor, by whoever else you want to be your sire. So I'll give you this. And he'll actually reach into the middle part, and there is a little collection, not a whole ashtray kind of thing. No, he's taken that out. There is like a comm center of just earbuds, basically the comm center. He'll hand one over to him, put one in his own ear, and be like, anything happens, just let me know.
I got you.
If we're gonna do this, if we're gonna figure out shit and actually get somewhere, we're gonna need to know. Keep in comms, keep in contact. You can actually
walkie-talkies makes playing Hardy Boys easier. I got it.
Precisely. And these are not the type. I don't want you to go giving this out to other type to track. And the NSA and shit like that can't track this shit. So
good to know.
Well, but I'll know where it is. I still don't entirely trust you, but I know you're trustworthy from other people that are older and
Well, let's figure this thing out right now, and you won't need to worry about trusting me later. Don't worry. Good. My results speak for themselves. So anyway.
He'll point to the back and be like, I didn't get a chance to tell him this, but he'll get it when he comes back.
He's going to do what he's going to do. All right. Let's, all right.
I have one last thing to ask.
Sure.
Once he puts it in. Are you any good with a rifle?
I'm better close up, I guess you'd say. I haven't really spent much time with firearms. I got a little bit of hand-to-hand combat, and always did the track thing, and kept pretty athletic before this whole thing happened. So,
understood. Would a knife or shotgun work better?
I'll take a knife.
A knife?
Yeah, I'm always down for wet work.
Open the glove box.
All right.
And when he opens it, he'll find a rather large K-bar knife called the Big Brother. He'll find a real big fucking knife in there. So
that's not a knife.
Yeah, that's not a knife.
Exactly.
That's
not a knife. This is knife kind of shit.
You and Subtlety aren't exactly acquainted with each other, are you?
I like to prepared. Because I don't travel in packs. I travel.
And you want everybody to know how prepared you are. All right. Well, I do appreciate it. I don't know if this is going to be necessary, but I'll take your blade. We'll see whether I use it or not for more than jimmying this door.
Sounds good.
All right. So what does Salvatore do? Does he come back around?
He's gonna come through the building, see whatever has been done, and he knows they're gonna be coming up to the door, so he'll just meet them at the front door and open it for him.
The inside is a mess. It's
Yeah, the inside's a
trash.
freaking trash. I'll be careful not to step anywhere. I'll be careful where I step.
All right. So you give me a wits plus investigation check just to make sure you don't disturb anything on purpose or on accident.
6. Yeah, that's 6.
Yeah, you're fine. Yep, you tiptoe around. You don't disturb anything. And as you guys are approaching the door, it opens up. Or as you're approaching the door, or whoever's approaching the door.
I would say
didn't even need to knock. That's not who I expected to see coming out of there.
Yeah,
and he'll hold up his hands with his creepy long fingers and like fucking really long like nail talon
9-inch nails almost like the band. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
There are what you might call classic signs of a struggle inside.
I think at that point, Brian, if he had parked the car, he would definitely have a shotgun at that point, an 8.78, and just be like, okay, walking up to it.
Roll against surprise when Salvatore opens the door.
And roll composure, just not to be afraid from the.
Well, is the person we're looking for in there? Or did you find him lying somewhere, or what? What's the story? How did you get in so easy?
Back door was blasted open from the inside.
Yeah, we weren't you as a backdoor man.
Tracks lead about 200 meters down there to get lost.
Down where?
At the back, to the right, to the west.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at what's inside.
I agree. Inside first, then we track.
At this point, I want to ask, does anyone have the Auspex discipline?
I do.
At what level and what power do you have?
I have a level 1 Auspex. I have heightened senses.
Would you like to activate your heightened senses?
Certainly.
All right.
Thank you.
I was going to say, I don't know if I need to because I have, between wits and investigation, I have 6 points.
You have 6 points?
Yeah.
Well, what this does is add your Auspex to all perception rolls. If exposed to so you get even more dice to take half with it.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Its cost is free. You must make a dice pool of wits plus resolve. You don't need to, but you can dampen them for a time. While the power is active, the user must see on a wits plus resolve to dampen your senses in time, or the overload causes them sustained -3. Because you don't have to worry about that. So you heighten your senses, doesn't cost you a rouse check, and your vision becomes clearer, almost telescopic. Your hearing locks in. Your taste buds begin tasting the air. You can smell in almost 4 dimensions. And everything just sort of locks in for you.
It smells like
an episode of Psych or Monk.
Yes.
Or any other investigative TV show where the main character can speak 12 languages and zoom in on details.
All right, Sherlock, simmer down.
Is that one where he takes the pill and his IQ goes to like 1,000? Yeah, that
was a movie. I can't think of the name of it.
You can actually feel the vibrations in the air of the people around you. Your senses are so heightened right now.
Yeah, Salvatore smells like kind of like musty rose petals, like dried rose petals.
If it's that keen, you can definitely smell. Okay, it's not just a dream catcher; it's sage, lilac, and about 3 other senses off of Ryan. Like very specifically. You
guys are flattering yourselves because trust me, I can smell.
He's not paying attention.
I can smell the last time you took a shit when you were still alive. So let's not talk about rose petals and dreamcatcher.
Which was right.
So you're looking for what are you looking for exactly, Dante?
News.
Well, what is the scene that I walk in on?
All right,
it's a mess.
Yes. So the front foyer is there. The door is closed. The door was closed when you walked up to it, but the front foyer looks like that's where the struggle probably started. Give me a wits plus investigation, but you can take half because you get to add your Auspex to it. So you start keying on things right away.
Also,
go ahead.
As all of this is happening, can I make like a wits plus awareness to make sure that nobody else is watching this shit go on?
On the first, sure, you're on the first floor. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, my base wits plus investigation is a 6.
Exactly.
Not mention aspects.
Now with your aspects, it's a 7, so you can take. It's the same, but you get your key in. You notice the struggle started in the foyer. It looks like it started right by the front door. It went through into the living room. Did you roll? Roll?
That was supposed to be. Actually, yeah, no, I accidentally clicked that. But holy shit!
I can't see what you got.
That was an onk, a double onk, a double onk, and a double onk.
Was the red dice a double onk?
Yes, they were all successes, it was all nothing but successes on that. Let me re-roll that. That was amazing.
So you notice that it starts in the foyer and moves into what would be a living room, but it's not a living room. It's more of a lab. It's set up like an old alchemical lab that's using very ancient techniques of distillation. And it's pumping a reddish liquid through it, not blood, but it's much less viscous than blood. It's still hot. It's still cooking. The fire is still, and it is fire, so you don't want to get too close to it.
What does it smell like?
What does it smell like? Smells like gasoline, fuel, fuel, gasoline. You get a scent of rose petals, Oxycontin, and human feces.
That's what the mixture in
That's what the mixture smells like. Yeah, you're able to pull out individual. You can almost pull out what the feces had to eat, what it's made
so
of.
They're making brown meth.
They're making some kind of meth, maybe.
Not the blue one that like Breaking Bad did. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of a struggle are we seeing here? Are we seeing is it just general broken furniture and tossed kitsch? Is it are there errant gunshot wounds? Gunshot holes in the wall? Are there blood spatter?
No, there's no gunshots. There's no blood splatter. At various spots, you do see holes in the sheetrock, fist-sized holes. They go deep, through the wall.
Is there any sort of genetic cast-off from this struggle that I see anywhere?
No, there's no genetic
did anybody
cast-off.
leave any pieces anywhere? No?
No pieces. There's furniture scattered all over the place. Kitchens everywhere. Everything is shattered except this system is still up and running. There was no damage done to the fire is still going. There's no damage done to the alchemical accoutrement.
And can I call Juliet? Does she have a landline? I don't know.
She does have a phone. She uses a burner.
So I want to call her and let her know exactly what the state of Marcus's den is looking like. Signs of a struggle. And so did Salvatore only see one set of footprints coming out of the back door?
Yes.
Okay. I guess while I'm on the phone, let's look around the rest of the place. Is there an upstairs?
See if there's a
basement?
downstairs.
Yeah, Salvatore can go downstairs.
All right, there's definitely an upstairs. Go ahead, Brian.
As they're doing that, my role again, just to make sure that nobody is looking at this property being like, okay, holy shit, why the fuck is there 3 people here?
All right, give me a wits plus awareness check.
That's what that role was for.
Okay.
Before
yep.
I posted that in the group DM because I didn't believe. Anyway, while all of that's going on, I'll just accept if I don't see it. If this lab is still up.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was insane.
That's a good insane roll. No, there's no one watching.
Okay, sweet. So once he checks to make sure that everything's all good and safe, he'll duck back inside. He realizes that this lab is still up. What recipe were they working?
Nothing
Don't tell the others.
nothing that you recognize.
Can he discern?
It's not blood. It's not thin blood alchemy.
Fair enough. That's all he
I mean,
needs.
it looks familiar to an alchemist, but without knowing what the exact ingredients are, it's sludge right now. It's a very thin sludge.
Is there any way to discern? Is there like catalyst or what the fuck was going on?
Give me a wits plus occult, difficulty 4. You can make the same roll if you want to, all of you if you want.
Smells like ass, feet, and corn chips. Nah.
Pretty much. Plus occult, I've got nothing in occult, so it's just wits I'm running off of.
And remember your hunger dice.
Oh.
Nothing on me.
Except okay.
Why did it do 2 hunger dice? That was weird.
You only did 1 hunger dice. You got all successes though.
Oh, I saw his roll. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, no.
All right. So as you're looking at it, you get suddenly. Oh, so you got a hunger. You get a bestial failure. We gotta resolve that first.
Oh no!
We gotta resolve that first. One moment, please. The first bestial failure. Here it is.
Of course, it's the thin blood.
Of course, it's the thin blood.
Could you have even beat a difficulty 4? You said you don't have anything in occult?
I don't have anything in occult.
He could have gotten a
double success.
Critical. Yeah.
Okay, compulsion.
And that's what I was hoping for.
All right. So compulsions occur when, as a bestial failure, as the hunger suddenly urges the vampire to actions dictated by their blood. Roll a d10 and re-roll it if it's a 0. A 1.
Oh.
All right. The archetypical compulsion. With hunger, the vampire's thoughts inexorably stray toward the rush of sinking their fangs into prey and hot blood washing over their tongue. So you're in a solitude. The vampire decides they need to break, and you just happen to. You need a break. You need to go feed now, no matter what you're doing. As you accidentally push over the catalyst,
I was about to say
hunger, and you smash the glass container, pouring the liquid over. Thankfully, with the number of successes you got, Keywork, you're able to know that he was trying to turn something into something else. Not knowing the exact ingredients, you can't tell what the base was and what he was trying to turn it into, but it was clearly a failure.
You said there was a body on the table?
There's no body on the table.
There's no body on the table.
No body on the table. Ryan,
blood
unfortunately, is very hungry and now must go feed.
One of my specialties is forensics.
Yes. Okay.
How does that apply to, like,
depends on the forensics. Are we talking anatomical forensics, medical forensics,
crime scene
forensics? All right. Yeah. So make an intelligence plus subject plus investigation plus forensics. So you get a +1. What's your total dice pool?
6.
6. So with the forensics.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you get that. You can go half on 3, but I want you to roll because you're looking for 4. You're looking for 4 this time.
Are we going with wits or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. So yeah.
Intelligence plus investigation plus your specialty.
Was I able to pick up? Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, was I able to pick up anything like fingerprints on the glasswork or any other, with my heightened senses, things like hair or anything like that?
You do find hairs.
Mm-hmm.
You do find black hairs because you have so many successes with your heightened senses. You find black hairs off to the side, up against the wall. No way. There's no way you got only 2 successes.
No. With that many dice, no.
Okay, you look around and things just aren't piecing together for you. Salvatore. For some reason, something's just not coming together. I'm going to give you another shot at that in a few minutes. While you
What is
As he does that,
is player 11 because it only has one die there.
player 11 is me. By the way, player 11 is me.
Oh, that's you. So
That's me.
Keywork. Who's Keywork?
keyword is Dante Crow.
Okay.
You're retired
I
11
don't-
Bravo.
I don't see my own.
It's
Yeah, I
the,
don't-
it's the
no.
2 ons.
That's weird.
I don't see his role on the right either.
You know, honestly, I don't either.
I see it.
Yep.
I just lost all the rules. I see it.
That's fine.
Okay, so 2.
As
Okay, no problem.
Successes, yep.
as
Okay,
all
so I
of
see
this
it on
happens-
yours. I wonder if I'm doing it. I wonder if I'm doing wrong.
You're not doing anything
Okay,
wrong.
no
I
problem.
just probably just not showing. Maybe you got to scroll down.
No, I'm scrolled at the bottom.
Weird.
Yeah,
As all of this happens,
because it
as
says
he's
player 11
tracking
is doing.
the footprints and everything, Brian will look at Dante, will look at Salvatore with a sudden, like, frenzied look in his one eye and just be like, I'll be back. Walks off into the forest and looks for him. Just straight up hunts.
Did we find anything upstairs, downstairs?
No, I'm getting.
Yeah, I
to,
was
I'm
going.
getting to that, guys. We were.
No worries.
All right, no worries. All right, so upstairs, the entrance hall inside the brownstone's openly rich and just completely trashed right now. The upstairs is fine. No one did anything upstairs. There's a bedroom with the window, all the windows blacked out, cardboard up in there. Everything's taped shut. There's a big heavy lock on the door. It's open, as if someone was expecting to come back into it. There's a computer on in the room, and it's on, and it's showing. There's another roll. I see the roll.
Yeah,
on my
I read
screen.
it. I
Okay,
figured
now
out
I
what the
see
deal
it.
is.
These dice
Now
don't
I
like
see it on
you.
his.
Yeah,
And
it's okay, but it's like an extended test, so it just takes me longer
Exactly.
to get
Exactly.
to it. Yeah.
All right. So when you get upstairs, there's a computer on, and it's basically on. It's showing some anime. I don't know. It's nothing spectacular. It's just an anime. Someone was watching anime on this computer, probably Marcus.
It's Naruto or Bleach or something.
It's something obscure that people would think it was cool to watch. I don't know what that is. The downstairs is also it's a hot water heater. It's a furnace. The furnace isn't on. No one seems to care about the furnace. It's just stacks and stacks of boxes, but it hasn't been disturbed. All the action was upstairs. From front to the back, through the kitchen, out through the back. But the front door was closed.
Mm-hmm. The front door was closed, blocked. It kicked out from the inside.
Yeah. So again, how was the back door? Was it just brute physical force, like somebody
Nope.
was thrown through the
Like-
door? Is it?
It
seems-
looks like somebody kicked it open.
Looks like someone kicked it open. It was still
Yeah.
on the hinges, but it was like there'd been damage to the bottom of the door.
Yeah, you could see where it slammed open here. And then
We didn't see
maybe
any-
footprints. No.
Coming up to the front door, because it's been snowing. Were there footprints?
There were no footprints coming up to the front door.
All right. So the ones going out the back, those are fresh since it snowed.
Yes.
So I guess we should beat feet. I don't know where Ryan went. I think he had something pressing to attend to.
All right,
But,
Ryan. Okay,
Salvatore,
let
let's
me-
go.
Let me go to Ryan real quick. All right, Ryan. You're
This is
kind of in
horrible
the
for
heart of
Ryan.
the city. You're kind of in the heart, Ryan. So if you're getting out to go hunt, it takes you
Yeah.
a good 20 to 30 minutes to get out into the woods. I need you to make me a composure.
Actually, if the woods is that far, how close is the darkest, deepest alley?
What are you looking for?
Anything at this point. If the beast is taken over and he needs to hunt, he needs to hunt.
You're still a farmer, though.
I actually am not. Thin bloods are thin bloods. They don't have
you
predators.
teeth, correct? You don't have baby teeth, right?
I have baby teeth.
You have baby teeth. Do you have a knife with you? This is going to be great.
I do.
Okay. All right. So how are you going to? You're looking for the first thing you can find.
He's at this point is kind of like, look, okay, I'm hungry. I need to satiate this chink. This switchblade out.
Did Ryan go?
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's available to do anything to slake their hunger, whether that means violence, subterfuge, or outright begging. They perform any action not immediately conducted defeating as a 2 dice penalty to the pools. The compulsion ends when the vampire sleeks at least 1 hunger level. All right, I'm going to rule that what you're looking to do is you're going to give me a composure plus survivor roll.
Composure survival on.
Yep.
Oh no.
Because you go with your first instincts.
It's all gonna go wrong for me here. Composure plus survival?
Yes. Your first instinct is not human blood.
So that's 4 dice in total.
Yep, you're looking for 2. You can take half if you wanted. You should have taken half.
No, sorry. Disregard that. I'll take half.
You'll take half. Okay. Ryan, while you're on the prowl, it's late. It's in a dark alley. You come across a large but cold and desperate dog.
Oh, you're a terrible person.
Technically not a person.
He hates himself, but have to go for it.
All right, so the dog does not go. So what you're trying to do is roll. You rolled it. You didn't need to roll. You find it. It's going to take you a scene because there's no resonance to this, and you have to use your knife to cut open this dog and slowly drink the blood directly from its veins. It's not comfortable to the dog at all. It kind of howls. It's sad. It's a terrible moment. But you overcome the compulsion, and you come to, you slake, you have hunger 0 at this point, because you were at hunger 1. The dog,
that's even worse, man.
Does not lick it. The dog just expires in your arms. But you have yet to kill a human for blood.
And somehow his humanity is intact.
I'd like to take a point of humanity away from that. Like willingly? No.
I would rather kill a human than a dog. Anything but a dog.
Would you like to take a stain?
No. He's too, let me put it this way, he is way too on a warpath to, realistically speaking, he's way too on a warpath to actually consider this. But a dog is better than a human in his mind. It's the player's mind. Holy shit, help.
They always say they want to pet the dog in the game.
Ryan rationalizes to himself that, he saved it from freezing to death in the cold by slowly, exsanguinating.
He rationalizes it somehow.
All right, so Ryan, you finish this up. It takes you about 20 minutes to do this. All of this to find the dog, to slake your thirst. So you're gone about 40 minutes total.
Okay. And as soon as he comes back to himself, he will be like, the fuck am I? Shit. It happened again. I'm heading back. And right back to Mr. Crow and Mr. Salvatore. Because we have an objective to get to, and thirst be damned.
Well, how about we started following the footprints, wondering where the fuck you went off to. I'm trying to get a hold of
halfway.
You in the ear, and then after you slake your thirst, you're like, by the way, Dante, I'm back. I'm on my way back.
Yeah. Hey,
and I'll
sorry
say, well,
about that.
You're a little late. We're kind of, we're following the trail, so.
No need to anymore. I'm on my way back. I'm sorry about
not
that.
your trail. Fuck you. We didn't know where the hell you went.
That's what I meant.
All right. So you guys catch up. You're following the trail. All right. So the trail leads to the right. Trail goes, and they end up on the sidewalk, and it's wet prints until there are no more prints.
Yep.
Okay. What are the prints? Are they sneakers?
They're boots.
Size 12.
They're boots, probably about a size 10.
Did we see any other shoes in the brownstone? Like, where somebody kicked them off?
No, you didn't notice any any shoes. You might have saw some slippers.
Okay. Did I get a hold of Juliet, or did I get her machine, or what?
You did get a hold of Juliet, so I was sorry. We got tied up with a feeding scene. All right,
Yeah.
so you called Juliet. Juliet.
Yep, Marcus isn't there. The place is a mess. All we got is a kicked out back door. We got one set of prints leaving the place. Didn't see any coming in, and there's some shit in here. And I think it might tie back to everything that's gone on, so far tonight. We got a little science experiment, and I don't know exactly what they were trying to do. It smells like 6 different things in there, and yeah, Marcus is nowhere to be seen. So,
well, that's convenient, she says.
Oh, super duper. He's looking more and more innocent all the time.
All right, well, keep me informed.
Well, as soon as I find out who did the kicking and where he went, yeah, definitely. So we got a cold scene here, right? We got nothing.
We should close up the scene. Make sure nobody goes in.
I agree.
Messes with it.
The police have already been alerted to enough. So if they know of this, then
I don't think we're going to find any more out here.
No,
I don't believe so either.
And it's a quiet, snowy night. Everybody's kind of, hunkered down. So I don't think we need to worry about too many people investigating this if nobody's here as of yet with the door that got kicked out before we got here. So yeah, we can close it up. Were we able to retrieve any of the stuff out of the chemistry set, the alchemical set?
No, he smashed it.
It all went to the
that was
failure.
my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. If there's anything else that needs to be disposed of, Brian will offer the back seat the back of his.
Salvatore, you noticed there's a ring camera on the front of the brownstone.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention that there's a ring doorbell.
All right, so actually, real quick, just a little bit of housekeeping. I'm gonna sweep up the set, the kit, the shit, and actually, I'm gonna take that wonderful little Bowie knife that Ryan gave me, and I'm actually gonna cut out the carpet that got the stuff spilled onto it and roll that up along with the rest of the stuff in a black contractor bag, and it's going in the car.
All right, Mr. Wolf.
Hey, one can never be too careful.
Exactly.
Trust me, you don't know the scenes I've seen. So
yeah, we'll take the ring thing and just kind of slide it off. This is, what does this go to?
All
the
right,
cloud, friend.
Yeah, I was going to say,
or a dedicated server.
Those are publicly accessible.
Yes.
There is a website where you can look on people's Ring door cams. So,
By the way,
what's up?
I don't have anything technology. Never mind. Carry on.
Oh, you're not all techie?
Nope.
I thought you were like the fucking Elon Musk of vampires.
No, I'm just the face, dude. I'm literally just the face. I have enough money to pay people for that.
Yeah, I don't have anything in tech either, but I do have intelligence and investigation. So
Yeah.
I could find out how you find out how to watch somebody's Ring recording.
There's a computer
I can pay them
upstairs.
to shut up.
There's the
That's right.
computer
There's
up
a
there.
computer upstairs. Yep. So let's go turn off.
I will go
One
ahead
Piece
and
or whatever, and
toss the little ring camera thing and just.
All right, so you go upstairs to the computer, it's still playing anime. It's if you shut that down, it's got a very organized desktop, and there's a setting.
I'll also check
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to check and see if there's a ring on the back door as well.
There is not.
If Brian at any point in time when he got back after his was alerted to the camera or the desktop, I should say. Take a look at that case. If he understands anything about it, he'll take a look at it.
But while looking for a camera, the ring camera, you do find a camera pointing out in the direction of the back. You do find a camera.
I will.
All right, let's pull that shit up.
All right, you've managed to find the file. It's not very hard to find. It's in the security section. You pull it up and you see an image. You see the front door, and you watch it for a while. Nothing happens. No one comes to the front door. Mail gets delivered. It goes into the slot during the day. No one ever uses it at night. If you put it on fast and watch it in a recording, there's hours of it, and no one ever uses the front door until the door opens and you guys approach the front door. That's one of the last things you see. But hardly anyone, no one uses the front door. Mail gets delivered every day. On the back camera, you see the door fling open and form a human body, obviously, comes running out, but you don't catch the face or any real detail. It just moves very quickly. Not supernaturally quickly, but very quickly.
Oh, so he is cooking up meth and getting tweaked on it and then running off into the world. So nobody came in, only one person came out. So Marcus looks like he has some splaining to do.
Out of curiosity, number one, do any of us recognize this person? Number two, would Brian or anybody else recognize anything like a discipline?
Well, I don't think we're getting enough detail on the visage in the camera. Is what?
Yeah, you can't. You can't see the face, and the angle you're getting is from a top down, and he's wearing a hat and a jacket, brown jacket, blue jeans. Not all that different than what Ryan's wearing, but it's a common outfit. It's
fair enough.
Fair enough. It's
the uniform.
It's Carhartt and jeans. It's the redneck uniform exactly, and it comes running out of there, which might not be how a Tremere might normally dress.
Now, quick point of question: is it the same tracks that we saw going out the back door, or is that a different set? Does it look like on the video? Does it match?
This is the only person who ran out all night.
Okay, so it would match the tracks that are on the ground.
Yes.
Okay. How does the back door time frame match up with the front door time frame? When did he leave?
How far apart
before he got there?
Yeah.
Probably about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Shit.
I was gonna say, hasn't it been snowing the whole time, or did it stop?
It stopped for a while.
Yeah.
The tracks aren't super fresh. I mean, thank you for the follow, team at 388.
Nice. Welcome in. Thank you. All right.
Knowing that,
around out back and see if there's any other cameras.
Knowing that, I, as Brian, when everything's loaded into the back, all the evidence and all that shit, back in his G class, he'll shut the back and go, all right, so we know that 20 minutes before we arrived, this guy left the house.
There are no more cameras, retired 11 Bravo.
Okay.
We should look for the tracks, follow them to the end, and from that point on, go from there.
Real quick.
Because right now, I know I'm young to all this. This prince wants us to look into the ends and the means. We know that somebody was fucking with shit. So let's find who did.
Before we go, let's take his computer, because none of us are the most technologically adept, and I think some computer forensics might find out maybe what he's been working on. Maybe it's not just keeping it pen and paper. Maybe he's got notes on here. Somebody who has the time and know how to search out obscure text files, or has the patience, I should say.
Agreed.
Yeah, we'll take it with us
for that. We're taking it with.
I've got people.
I will. And he immediately pulls out a pen and paper and writes that down. Noted. I'll refer to you for that. It'll be in the back of my car, otherwise. I don't
The
want it to
files
be
are
there.
in the computer.
Yeah.
They're in the computer.
They're in the computer,
Yeah.
man. They're in your mind. Anyway,
All right,
let's
so
follow
you
that trail.
So you take the computer and you follow the trail. All right, so the trail leads from around the house, around behind the what's up?
How far away is the crack house? Or the meth
crack house.
lab?
Is on
Meth
the other
lab,
is on the other side of the tracks downtown. Pretty far. Not
Pretty far.
close. Yeah, pretty far.
Okay.
Well, he's not shitting where he's eating. That's
Yeah.
At least one thing. At least he's a, what do you put it? Sanitized eater. Anyway,
all right. So, Ryan, grab the car, meet us around back where the tracks kind of end. We'll see if we can't find where they pick up, and follow it from there. Because 20 minutes before, I mean, he was moving pretty fast, but I don't know if he'd keep that pace up.
I don't believe so either, friend. And at this point, if Salvatore is still there, Ryan will have had the other earpiece in his pocket and be like, before you go, take this. Put it in your ear. Don't let it go.
I don't think he has traditional earlobes, you might have to.
He'll
duct
make
tape
it fit.
Head.
He'll make it fit.
He's falling out.
He'll make it fit.
All right, so as you track the prints, and as I mentioned before, they go to sidewalk, and when they get to the sidewalk, you kind of lose them in the shuffle and bustle of the sidewalk, and they become just dry. They get to the road, and you definitely lose them in the road where cars have been going by. It might be 11 o'clock at night, but this is still a kind of a busy section of the street. Cars are still going by, so you lose the prints.
Question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Even though we lost them on the road, is there any tire prints or anything around them?
There's tire prints everywhere on the road. It's used.
Sure, but how fresh are they?
Oh, they're very fresh. There's cars going constantly on the road. It's a very
Is there
busy
any-
section.
Okay.
Is there any scent of, ass, feet, and corn chips that was in the
Pretty much what I was going to ask.
chemical?
Yeah.
Dante, give me a Wisp plus awareness plus your auspex. So you probably get to you're gonna have to roll it because it's gonna be difficulty 5 because of the smell of everything else going on around you.
All right. What's his 3 awarenesses? None. Plus aspects, so +1, right? So I got a 4. All right.
Is there any way I could help with this roll?
No, not this one.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you don't smell anything out here except snow. It's wonderful.
And dog shit under the snow. And engine oil in the road. Yeah.
Exactly. All the things you don't want to smell. Salt and iron. You actually smell iron ore on the road.
and yeah, you've got diesel and oil, freaking exhaust, all that kind of crap.
That's one thing.
That was a callback to our childhood where we grew up. They used iron ore sand to sand the roads.
If you're not local, they don't use salt. They use sand, and it's grainy and nasty.
Grainy
it's
sand
everywhere.
Yep.
Iron ore. It's horrible shit. All right. So no, you don't find any other tracks that pick up. And Salvatore, make a Wits plus investigation check.
Yes. Wits investigation is 6.
Okay, so take 3. On the other side of the road, you spot what looks like tracks, but they're not human.
Wait, over there. Look.
He points out what looks like deer tracks in the snow on the other side of the road.
The hell?
Ooh. Deer tracks.
Survival, you said?
No, Wits plus investigation.
What's investigation?
I'm trying to help out my fellow kindred, man.
Oh, do you want me? I'm sorry. I was trying to read my.
No, you're good. Keep reading. I'll wait to see what you guys want to do.
Does
I can illuminate the trail of prey, but I don't think I have a big enough dice pool to beat the difficulty. That's the problem.
Frankly, either way, I think if it points us in a direction, that would be good. because right now I've got enough support shit to help that, but otherwise, man, I'm specialized.
What's the role we're talking about? A wits plus what?
Wits
For
plus investigation.
For checking out those tracks.
Oh, checking out following those tracks. Wits plus survival.
See, I think I could help with that.
Because you're a farmer, you should be good at that. I gotta hope you are.
My dumbass didn't put points in survival, although I do have a specialization in
I've
hunting.
got survival. I've got survival.
How did I not do survival?
I don't have animal kin, but I've got survival if that helps at all.
I was gonna say, if it were investigation, I'd be good because I have wits plus investigation.
We've already spotted the tracks. Now we're tracking them.
All right. I guess let me throw a roll, hopefully for better or for worse.
Oh, God.
What's the difficulty?
At least 3.
Oh, I'd have to get a perfect roll. Then. I only have a 3 dice pool for wits.
Does anyone else have survival?
I do.
You roll.
I have 1 survival and 3 wits, so that would make it a dice pool of 4.
I'd let him roll it. Roll. So you don't want to risk hunger.
Wait, hold
critical.
on. I have no hunger. I have no hunger.
He has no hunger.
It could make you hungry again. It could be a different compulsion. Something else could pop up.
Regardless, that's fine.
All right.
As long as we track this motherfucker down.
Oh, wait. Would my heightened senses factor into that?
Yes, you get to add your aspects.
So 1. So that'd make it a dice pool of 4.
My dice pool's 4 of that as well. Let's roll together. Why not?
Nope.
Oh,
I got a failure.
No.
got 1.
Oh, no. You got a bestial failure.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, boy. Okay. Roll 1
wait.
d10 and see
He's
what
got heightened
compulsion is.
senses.
Yes. He's 4.
Yeah, we can't do another dog at this point.
No, we can't. He didn't get hunger. He got
Shit.
dominance.
Oh, no.
The player
The D and
to come out
BDSM.
on top to establish dominance. This compulsion drives the vampire not only to excel, but to revel in it, taunting the weak and challenging the strong. The vampire makes their next interaction into a competition, using all means at their disposal to end up victorious and to rub the nose of the loser in their defeat. The vampire cannot use teamwork and performs any actions that avoid establishing dominance or challenging authority at a 2 dice penalty. Oh my God. In a social setting, the vampire turns a civil conversation into one-upmanship. You know what you got to do.
Come on, why are we standing here holding our dicks? What the hell? How did we lose this guy? Like, fat lot of good you guys are just standing around here. Ooh, yeah, we found some deer tracks. Like, what the shit? I mean, this is my neck on the line here, and here we are spinning in circles.
Ryan will just roll the window down and be like, well, I've got a favor owed to your, sire or master, whatever you want to call it, because it's not just your neck on the line. So
don't get lit.
Yeah, no, let's find this guy.
Step off there, Twinkle Toes. You're new in town, and nobody would miss you. Just so don't get it twisted. I want to do this for my own sake. So, I mean, I'll help, but I got things to deal with right now.
Oh.
So I'm going to do a tracking.
You're the only one, friend.
So I pull out a strip of white ribbon, and I take your little Bowie knife, and I kind of nick myself, and I soak it in blood, and I light it on fire.
I kind of turn towards Ryan, and
And then I'll see what I need to do next.
Dante's doing his little tirade thing, I just kind of turn and put my hand to his chest and kind of go.
You're doing illuminate the trail of prayer?
Yep.
On what? The Bowie knife?
No. So actually, hold on. Do I know Marcus Vale by face? Like I've interacted with him. I've seen him. Okay, so
there's only 3 of you in town.
So I can do this. So the DM would have to determine the margin of victory because I need to roll intelligence plus survival against a difficulty equal of 6 minus. And I only have 4 intelligence for a dice pool.
And Brian, as you put his long fingers on his chest will kind of look to you and be like, look back.
All right.
At you. Look at him. Look back.
So describe what you do again. You cut your hand and you soak the white satin in blood.
Yep.
And then you light it on fire.
Yep.
And your heightened senses is still active.
Yep.
So you get to add +1 to that.
Okay.
All right. So your margin you're looking for is you're looking for 3.
Okay.
3. You need 3 successes.
Do I still only have 1 blood die?
Yes, but you have to make a rouse check. Yes.
Okay. You said 3?
You're looking for 3 successes. Yes. You only have 1 hunger.
Yeah, I asked you, should I have 1? Or?
1 hunger. Yep. 1 hunger.
Yep.
And then however many other dice you have left.
Yeah.
Did it roll? I didn't see it roll.
Yeah, I got 3.
Oh, you got 3? Oh, let me.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yep, there it is. All right. So yes, in your mind, you see a waypoint marker essentially appear that leads you in the direction of Marcus Vale, which does lead across the street.
Okay. Well, at least one of us is doing something. So come on there, useless and uselesser. You can't see it, but follow me. We're making progress, for better or for worse. And
all right,
of course, Ryan isn't here, so.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to take, I'm just going to use the latrine real quick. I'm not going to put a 10-minute break. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, I got to get a drink too. I'm really not trying to be mean.
No. You're doing great. And I'm trying to de-escalate with the young blood here. So just.
Well, I mean, it's like even when I refer to you as ugly, it's all in good fun. Right?
Oh yeah. We're just, Salvatore is trying to de-escalate. It's like, no, don't feed the monster. It happens to us sometimes. So we all get a little weird. It happens.
All right. So to recap, Ryan, my ritual succeeded. And I have a faint glow of a trail to follow. And I went on my little tirade and I said, at least one of us is fucking doing something. So come along, useless and uselesser. So that's where we went before Commodore Zed had to go.
So you'll see Ryan looking back and forth between you two and making a, frankly, major decision between the both of you and being like, okay. I won't press further. Let's go forward and solve this shit before it goes cold.
We're gonna let Dante get ahead a little bit because he's basically the one that can see all this shit.
All right,
we have to follow him.
Where it goes across the street, Dante, and then it does a right, like a complete hard right, and then it goes down the street. So it crosses the street, stops, turns like 90 degrees, and then just follows the street.
All right. So I go and I said, all right, let's get in the car. I'm driving and take off down the street following it.
Yeah. It is.
All right.
Ryan, for once in his life, will actually let somebody else drive his own car. He will get in the passenger seat, which, by the way, you'll see he's very anxious and staring at you the entire time you're driving.
I don't even
not look at the road.
I don't even notice. You're not even there.
As we're heading back to the thing, it says, just be aware. Sometimes we act out of sorts.
Believe me,
it will
friend,
happen
I know.
you too.
I have felt.
All right,
so
as you're driving, the weather takes a turn. It starts.
Don't feed the beast.
Dante, I'd like you to make just a dexterity plus drive check. What's your dexterity plus drive?
Please tell me it's better than 3 because you would have had me better than driving.
Well, if my aspect still counts for it.
No.
Well, then it's a 2.
It's a 2. All right.
If you wreck his car, he will kill you.
All right, to drive.
Snowbanks are soft.
To drive and maintain your concentration on your subtly glowing trail that you're going, I need you to make a drive plus dexterity check. Difficulty 2. So you need 2 successes. You gain none.
Snowbanks are soft.
Snowbanks are soft as the car skids on ice, gives out. It's a southern car, so it's probably a rear wheel drive.
It's a Western car on all-wheel drive, but Dante just doesn't know how to drive. Let's put it that way.
You try driving on glass, goddammit.
Dante,
he just stares
This is
at
your
you,
fault.
just like
it's not that so much the roads are bad. It's that you're more distracted than anything following the task. You eventually you kind of. How long does this last for? Path remains visible for the entire night. Critical. Okay, so you're gonna find it. You're gonna catch up. Okay,
Right.
so eventually you catch up to a car. You find a car with its blinkers on in the road, where the trail leads to that, and then continues to go as you see another set of tracks next to it where a car was, and then the trail continues going. But so from one car to the next, you keep following it. So
Maybe you should drive, Ryan, if this is going to take a little longer, but be quick about it.
fine. I'll take orders for once. He'll push you out of the driver's seat and force you out the door so you can go investigate this.
You don't need to push me anywhere. I'm already moving before you even start scooting.
Okay, good.
I recognize
So-
the situation that you have a better control of this thing than I do, and I'm means to an end, baby. I'm in the passenger seat. Go. Why are we still here? Let's go.
And at that point, once he gets in the driver's seat, he'll pick out his snub nose 357 and just kind of rest it right by him, just in case anything happens.
do you check the car?
Oh, you're adorable.
Do you guys,
In the back seat, Count Orlok is in the back seat doing. Oh, kill me. Just.
do you check the car that's with its hazard lights on, or you guys just drive by it?
Oh no!
Yes.
Thank you, God. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Check
sitting in
car.
the passenger seat waiting for
I'll
Ryan
go.
to check the car.
I'll go.
All right, when you check the
Just-
car,
Oh, wait, no, hold on. He's waiting for me to check the car. Fine, I'll jump out and check it.
all right, when you check the car, there is a corpse in the passenger seat with its neck bent and broken.
I'll signal to them that hey, something's wrong.
Was it a mortal?
Is it dead, or is it dying?
It's dead.
No,
dead.
he just and then motions towards dead, mortal.
Okay, it was just the person driving the car.
This isn't a passenger seat.
Well, he obviously pushed them over and took their car when he wrecked it, or whatever.
What happened here?
All right,
Okay.
let's get going. Roads aren't going to get any better.
Gets
Let's
back in
find
the
this-
driver's seat.
Just in the off
pushing
chance,
Dante
check the
over.
trunk.
Let's find this before this asshole does sites in front of somebody who can say something about it. We don't need the masquerade being any more flex than it already has been.
I would say, knowing
Nothing in the
this
trunk.
situation, yes, check the trunk. There's a car on the road. If it's on the road, probably burn it.
All right, do what
I
you got to
mean-
do.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to mess with fire? Fire bad.
Oh, fire bad for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, fire's extra bad for us. So
First, though, I want to let Retired do his thing.
Yeah.
Check the car.
check the trunk.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
there?
No, the trunk is empty.
All right. Let's see if we can pull this guy back into the driver's seat and like shove the car into a ditch down the road. It's fine.
Yeah, give me a strength plus athletics roll just to push the car. If everyone helps, then you don't need to do it.
Yeah. No, I'll help.
All
Boom,
right, so
down the road.
you
Lift motor.
You push the car into the embankment. Door
Mhm.
flies open. He kind of like slumps against the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I'm just like tapping my foot a hole through the floorboards while I'm waiting for this. Like,
All right, yeah, because this
beep, beep, beep.
this subtle path is not leaving, but it's just taunting you straight ahead of you.
Yeah. It's like, we got a map. We got a compass. Let's go.
As he waits for that, I'm just gonna stuff a rag in the oil tank, light it on fire. Let the car
Oh,
burn.
getting it the fuck away from you.
Okay,
Yep.
so you don't make frenzy checks for being around fire, do you?
I don't. No.
You don't.
Everybody else does. I don't.
Yeah, everyone else is going to need to make a quick frenzy check. Just let me see what you got to do for that. 1 second, please.
I'm away. I'm still sitting in the damn car. I'm waiting for
Dante's in
him.
the car.
Salvatore's the only one then. Let me see what you
No,
got to do.
I see what he's about to do, and I'm getting the fuck away from it.
Sounds good to me.
I'm like,
That means-
no, I'm out.
Takes
Time
you
and
forever to
calling
do that.
attention to ourselves.
In that case, I just stuff a rag with lighter fluid, just light it up, and let the car burn.
All right, so the car catches on fire. You guys are getting out of there. All right, so the car is on fire. You guys are driving.
All right, take a left up here. You can't see it, but I'll let you know well enough before where we follow it.
All right.
All right, the path is leading you downtown, across the other side of the tracks, into a not so great area with tenement houses in rows.
Okay.
Finally, it leads into just a kind of a shacky shack of a shack in a lot that's surrounded by chain link fence. The chain link fence, the gate is open, and there is a pickup truck parked in front of it. The path leads directly into the... Oh, go ahead.
Are we heading out into the sticks?
No,
this is downtown.
Downtown.
The
Okay,
Skid
thank
Row.
God. Okay. I just want to make sure. If we're going out into the woods, we should think twice about this. So...
That's my area of expertise, friend. You shouldn't be worried.
So you end up in this kind of shack that's surrounded by chain link fencing. The fencing gate, the gate is open. There's a truck pulled up to the shack, and it's running. It's still running, but the path leads into the shack.
Do I have a cell? Is that how I call Juliet? Like, did I keep her abreast as we're out here? Like, give her a call now. This is where we're at. Like, let her know where we are, and presuming it's Marcus.
While he does that, I'm going to go ahead and check and see if these tire tracks match and if this is the same shit that happened. Like, is there blood on the truck? Is there tire tracks match? That kind of shit.
I'm going to activate the Mokhtar stealth haze.
I like this guy. The contingency for all fucking situations.
All right, so you call Juliet. You inform her what's going on. She tells you to be careful. He could be desperate. He could be dangerous. Just be careful. And what do you mean? Are they the same kind of tracks? What are you asking for?
I was gonna say, you don't need to check anything. This is who we're looking for.
When he says that, I'll be like, okay, halfway through my investigation, I'll be like, fine. All right. I'll take your word for it. For now.
All right, from the truck, you see 2 sets of tracks.
Okay. And the trail is leading to the shack.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of them?
Salvatore is stealthed. He's cloaked.
Yeah, I'm working
Is he
my way around.
incorporeal?
You use your obfuscate?
No, I think it's time to go ahead and use obfuscate.
Ooh, which power are you using?
I'm using the
I love it when you use powers.
sneaky one.
Which one do you have? Cloak of Shadows?
I have unseen passage.
Unseen Passage.
Oh, I've got Cloak of Shadows as well.
Well, Cloak of Shadows you can't move. Unseen Passage you can. You need to make a rouse. You need to make a single rouse check. So roll one black dice.
So before everybody goes running off, I'll tap the mic, the headset, and be like, all right. Specialties. Melee, ranged.
Your hunger goes up by 1, but your power activates. So you guys lose track of Salvatore. It's like you can't see him anymore.
Okay, Salvatore, I don't know if you're better with melee or guns, but who's better with who? I know.
Listen, he's got the constitution of a wet tissue paper, so he's not engaging anything up close. He's info grabbing, so
Gotcha.
You better listen before you make yourself known. Let's just say that first and foremost. I don't need to tell you how to do your job, but Listen, I don't want to lose any more kindred in this whole mess.
While he's saying this, Ryan opens the back door of his G-Class, hands a shotgun off to you, and then just has a bolt action. It is sitting on top of it. Just kind of like, okay, no, I'll be here. Don't worry.
Oh, it's right. You got the shotgun shells. Yeah, the ones that shred.
Yes. Yes.
Does Salvatore have any firearms?
No.
Does Salvatore
You're going to hurt yourself.
probably doesn't, but does Dante?
No. I told you.
No.
No, I'm melee.
You're a hunter without any firearms? What the fuck, man?
Yeah, no survival too. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my
We're going to go next time if we survive this. Listen, you don't worry about what I'm lacking. You worry about what you're lacking. And right now, we have at least 2 people in that box, and we need to find out who's in there, what they're about, and, well, if the person we're looking for is still alive in there, I guess. Well,
and he'll just throw the rifle back in, take the shotgun from you, and be like, fuck it, fine. All right, let me in.
there are no windows, I presume, for this Shacky Shack.
No, there are no windows for the Shacky Shack.
So is it like a sheet metal shack? Is it?
It is a sheet metal. You're exactly right. It is a sheet metal shack.
Sheet metal. Like the
So it would
corrugated.
blow over in a storm.
Corrugated,
metal
yeah.
or
Corrugated.
I would like to
sheet metal.
ask.
Yep.
I would like to ask, is it over 100 kilograms?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are you sure you don't know, storyteller? Are you sure you don't know?
I haven't thought about the weight of the shack.
In that case, I will finally activate one of my disciplines, the only one I have, and rip open a fucking wall from whatever side we're closest with and just rip it open with my mind.
What's the roll for that?
Composure plus, what is it? Resolve. Fuck.
What's the range for that?
Which one? are you-
As long as I can see it.
line of sight.
what
yeah, it's line of sight.
Oh, you're using far reach.
Yes.
Resolve plus alchemy versus strength plus athletics.
Be 1 plus like 3, or 1 plus 2. So 3 plus whatever a wall is.
Yeah.
If
Hold
it's
on.
a
Probably
door,
enough
I'll
to
take it
rip
on
off.
that.
So
Yeah,
if
probably
you're
enough
doing
to
this, I
scare
guess
off
you're
the metal.
doing this. But I mean,
Make your rouse check to see if you're hungry.
Probably not. But browse check being
One d10.
10.
You want looking for a success. You got a success. So
Six.
your hunger does not go up. All right. So make your strength plus your resolve plus alchemy check. Difficulty 3.
okay, I'm getting out of sight of the shack because I don't want to be the first thing that they see when the side of the shack opens, and we don't know if they're packing or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I was going to hope to go for subterfuge, maybe activate Auspex and listen to see who's in there, maybe wait for Salvatore to do a little bit of reconnaissance.
As you're
But I
preparing
guess
to do
Ryan
that-
is deciding that he's just
We're gonna do
get
the
more
sneaky
results, so-
sneak,
As
and
you're-
then New Blood decides I'm gonna rip a wall off.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that.
He pulls the number 11, pulls his hand out, and the wall on the side of the building just for no reason is just shattered.
Just rips
It
off.
rips off the building and flies toward Ryan.
Because he's had enough of waiting and enough of running around.
So I'm
This
waiting.
was-
I'm around the front of his Mercedes, essentially behind the engine block, but looking around the front at the shack. So
I would say he would have waited
using it as cover.
maybe 1 or 2 seconds for people to get in positions and then just rip it off and then just fucking just take the wall out.
All right, so inside it you see
Adverts in. a
Let me
minute.
roll. You said this was composure plus.
resolve plus alchemy.
Not even pen pals with
Resolve
subtlety.
plus alchemy.
Not even pen pals with subtlety. That's quite
Oh
enough.
no! He's had enough of this. So this is two
You
success.
needed 3. So the wall does not come off.
Can I spend a willpower?
You may reroll
Yeah.
3 of those, yes.
Okay, sweet.
Takes willpower damage.
Willpower. Fuck.
Oh, okay. So he tells you to stand back. He puts his hand to his head.
I'll take one more just for this one.
Okay, and he's
Just for this one. There we go.
There's your 3 successes, and the wall just you slams down. Normally, you can't spend 2 willpower, but it's the first session, and you're trying to do something cool. So I'm gonna let you do something cool.
He's got blood gushing out of his face.
His eyes are bleeding a little bit.
Oh, and he never cleaned his face when he ate a dog.
Yep.
The eye patch is just blood. That's all.
As the corrugated it's corrugated metal comes flying off, and inside you see Dante. You notice Marcus is sitting on a stool, and standing next to him, is a woman. Who's a woman talking to him. She's got auburn hair. She's dressed in hiking clothes, and they're like very shocked at what just happened. Like really shocked, clearly shocked at what just happened. They look completely dumbfounded. What the fuck?
Oh, what the fuck? Indeed, we've been tracking you all night. And as he says, sitting from the top of his Mercedes with a shotgun.
Do I recognize her? Is she a kindred?
She is a kindred. She's one of the Thin Bloods.
Ah. So, yeah, we don't know the context of this. So I walk out. Now, do we see them with any weapons? No, it's just them 2 sitting there.
It's just those 2 sitting there. Yep.
Right.
There are no weapons. There is a table. There is some paper scattered on the table. The wind is blowing everything away. Snow is getting pushed in. Marcus just looks pissed.
Marcus, we missed you at Elysium tonight.
I had other things to do.
I'll be
very clearly.
No, excuse me, brother.
I'm sorry.
I'll be sure to let the Brits know that. Just so you know, there were some announcements tonight. One in particular, something about Tremere experimenting on Thin Bloods. I show up at the Brownstone. Place is a fucking mess. Some sort of weird shit in your little chemistry set there. I think you have some explaining to do. I don't know if she's on her way, but Julia is fully aware of everything I've seen tonight. And I'm going to remind you, this was said at Elysium where you were supposed to be. So please tell me what exactly was so important that you weren't there.
He says, I will talk to Juliet. And we'll get this.
Well, you're going to talk to me.
All right. I was working on something, and then something appeared out of nowhere in the Brownstone. I don't know where it came from. It just appeared out of nowhere and struggled with me, and I ran. And I called. I'm sorry, I just had lost the name. Shit, sorry, guys.
Good, because I'm going to cut in, bro.
All right, cut in.
Oh, what were you working on? Because believe me, I'd like to know.
Who is this? I called Aislinn here. Ashlyn here to come.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know, mailman, weatherman? I'm here with a shotgun with silver. Let's go.
I don't even know what weatherman means.
Oh, please. You're not that old.
Remember, you're taking notes. Stand back. So yes, exactly. So something appeared. Was it invisible? Because we did see your security footage, and the only thing I saw leave was you. There was only one set of prints. And Wood appeared, creature of the night.
I think it was a corporeal. But it appeared, it threw me around the room. I ran out the back. I had to get out as fast as I can. I was working on something, yes. I was working on something. I have this new idea of how to turn vitae into other objects, into other substances. And I was working on that, and this thing appeared. I don't know what you're talking about with Thin Blood, experimenting on Thin Bloods. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm working on something completely different. Practical applications of vitae into other substances.
Who is this?
I'll hit the.
This is Ashlyn. She's one of the Thin Bloods. She's actually a close personal friend of mine.
I'll hit the comms real quick and be like, Dante, we didn't
Oh, your last part cut out.
Dante, we didn't mention that. He did.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. What was that exactly? Didn't mention what?
We didn't mention anything about alchemy. He just did, though.
Oh, no, I did. I said his little chemistry set.
Even then, we didn't specify specifics, so he did. He just invited himself.
Hold on. Marcus, your timeline's a little off, sir, because best as we could tell from the camera, you ran away from this thing 20 minutes before we got there, which was well after 7 p.m. So what were you working on when you were supposed to be at Elysium?
I was working on my project. I've been working on it all night.
Well, you would think that you would let...
I got carried away. I'm completely sorry. Until something chased me out, I had no idea what time it was.
Oh, and you didn't let me know about it? Oh, now I'm offended. I screamed.
Is there anyone else around watching this other than these people?
Give me a wits plus awareness check.
Can I help him
Wits
on that?
awareness is 6.
Well?
6. All right.
6.
You across the street, you see somebody watching. Somebody wearing a long dark coat, collar pulled up tight, black hat, hands in pocket, just standing across the street, kind of in the spotlight of a street light. Not trying to be stealthy at all, just sort of standing there, wind whipping the coat up in the coat in, and they just watch. They just watch, and then they're gone.
Salvatore,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind going to maybe take a look at who that is. Maybe if you want to go all fuzzy and go follow them. I'm going to see exactly why Marcus is right here and why we found a car with a dead mortal and not exactly being subtle about his little trip across town over here, running away from this mysterious incorporeal thing. So why are we in Skid Row in a tin shack?
And Brian, at this point, will take off his G-Class and join Keywork. Kind of like, hey, okay, here's the shotgun. You know?
And Salvatore's going to investigate. As soon as he sees someone standing there and he's just kind of watching, he'll start moving, and then he just vanishes. I'm going, oh, I'm working my way over there.
You know who it is, Salvatore.
Who is it?
Alaric.
Well,
After a few moments of silence, Brian will be like, situation taken care of?
There's no situation.
There is. Okay. Will this come to bite us in our ass?
Nobody knows about it. I'm the only one that saw it and never told anybody.
He hasn't told anybody about it yet.
yeah,
Fair enough.
meta knowledge.
My bad.
So it's like, so yeah, I'm just kind of moving around the backside, just keeping an eye out for anybody else that's around, thinking, somebody might see it that shouldn't.
Aislinn goes, I don't know what is going on here, but I didn't have to be anywhere tonight. And I'm just here because he needed help. Yeah, there's a dead mortal. So what?
Oh, any other day, I'd say the same. But again, we went on a merry little chase.
Long little chase. I'll back him up on that.
And
Aislinn's like, I don't need any of this. I'm going to leave you to Dante. Not to Dante, I'm sorry, to Marcus. Marcus, you go with them. You're safe now. You don't need me. She goes back to the truck.
I'll as soon as she starts walking away, I'll rack the shotgun and be like, no, sweetheart, you're not going anywhere. We've straightened this fucking story out.
She goes,
okay?
She goes, you're not going to shoot me. And she moves to get into the door.
Oh, you want to bet?
She gets into the truck. She
Fuck.
turns the
I think she called your bluff there, Sparky. Settle down.
She turns the key and she starts to drive away.
So, Marcus, what exactly was your little half-blood friend there going to protect you from? And how was she going to protect you?
He's like, all right, I surrender.
Yeah, for real, man. Come
He
on.
goes, all right. I'll tell Juliet everything. But
No, you
Juliet-
tell us everything
Well,
right here
no,
and
that's
right
fine.
now.
He can tell us
totally
that he's
wanna
telling Juliet.
ride
Don't make
with-
him waste his supposed breath, so to speak.
So to speak.
I
Yes.
totally want to be the creeper hiding in the back of Aislin's truck.
All right, give me a dexterity plus stealth check to see if you can climb into the bed.
Oh, that would be. Oh, please.
Avatar's going on a side mission.
Oh yeah, I've got. Let's see, dexterity.
Yeah, you can sneak
no,
in.
it's 8.
Yeah, you can.
8 plus my obfuscate.
Yeah, you can
up to.
you sneak into the back of the truck easily.
I'll be 100%. I'll be 100% honest and said if I could sneak in a fucking intimidation roll, that would have been amazing. But whatever. I was trying to do that the whole time, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, so you guys
Listen,
start off.
I am manipulation, charisma, and intimidation. That's my guy.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it here. We're close to the end. We're gonna do our wrap up.
Good spot.
It's not quite one yet, so we have about 20 minutes to wrap up and get done and send everyone to bed. I want to thank everyone for playing tonight. I had a great time. So we're going to start off by, I'm going to do what I did with Werewolf, and I'm going to kind of front load XP. So I'm going to give you guys 10 tonight. That's 10 XP.
Okay.
And we're going to go through the bottom. It's not going to take as long. Tonight was our first game. I want you to tell me what you liked, what you think we can improve on a little bit, what your favorite scene was, and kind of what your favorite role play of the evening was. We're going to start with Retired 11 Bravo.
Let's see. I have to admit, the as horrible as it was, Bishop or Ryan losing it and having to, I gotta go get a snack. I need a sneaky snack. Oh, and I
gotta go, guys. Hold on for this. Yeah.
Oh, just the emotional, it's just like, oh, that's so terrible. Yeah. The poor dog.
Would have
just
been like dog.
what a bastard move.
Oh, dude.
That was pretty good.
I'm gonna be up at night for that one. All right.
Well played. It was well played. I mean, that's the storyteller's job, is to hit you.
Oh, absolutely.
But we are
hit you where
actual
it hurts.
monsters, so
Yeah, but
The
that's the
character,
thing.
but the players are going like, oh, that hurts. So that was good.
What could we improve on?
I think the only thing we can really do at this point is to play more and kind of get a feel and a vibe for our timing and what people do and how they do it. Because right now, how we're doing things, I thought it was absolutely genius. Because first, we've got Dante going off on a fucking tire. He's fucking, okay, he's off. We're trying to say, just stay away from him. Just leave him alone. He's got a burr up his ass. Just leave him.
Ash,
And then-
so do I.
And then fucking Ryan, all right, we're going to do the sneaky. And then just, it's like
Magnetoing the wall off. Yeah.
clearly not in sync, right?
yeah, our
And that's
coterie needs a
perfect.
little more cohesion.
Yes.
But I think it's perfect. I think we're doing great. I think honestly, this is exactly where we're supposed to be. And that'll only get better in time. So,
Oh yeah.
All right, Dante Crow, otherwise known as Keyword Savior. Give me what you liked, what we could do to improve, your favorite role play, and your favorite scene.
Well, I liked the whole session, honestly. I love the way everything came together, and even I was kind of sitting here earlier just being like, I hope I don't kind of let's just leave things lagging. Like, I hope I can actually act through these things. And then I think everybody else can kind of, relate. It's like, it just happens. You're just having fun. And it's like, that's the best part of it. So I don't know why I was worrying about that. My favorite role play was when I got my competitive flaw there. That was unexpected. But I think it definitely fits Dante's character to develop that flaw. Or not flaw, but
Compulsion.
compulsion. There you go. Thank you. I think again, the coterie definitely needs a little bit of cohesion. Communication between us could work a little more fluidly, but that just comes from doing this. The only thing that I felt kind of lacking tonight is until I went off on my tear and I did my, illuminate trail despite my better judgment, having, it's a new skill for me and I don't necessarily have the stats to pull it off usually. Thankfully it did, and it did lead us to what we were looking for, but I feel like we kind of would have been dead in the water if because we had run out of
Yeah, we kind of ran out of options.
Yeah, no, you I'll be honest, 100% as a player standpoint, we were dead in the water at that point. And if you didn't pull that,
I didn't think so. I thought you were going to, I'm going to get to you just 1 second, Ryan, but you guys were actually right at the point where you were going to also figure it out kind of. It would have been hard to track the card down.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been possible. Yes.
But I'd also planned on your power.
Yeah,
I'd planned for your power. Yes, it would have been almost impossible to find without it, but I'd kind of planned for it, wanting you to use your cool.
It's still without a keyword. That would have been like the whole,
For some reason, I was thinking that I had to have a piece of them, and then I had to reread it, and it's like you just need to picture them, and it's like, okay, yeah. So I know he looks
this
like
guy.
If you hadn't found him tonight, there would have been other stuff to do in the time period. So you might not have found him tonight, and you might have found him next session, or he might have found you. But having illuminate the praise trail just is the shortcut. Is the blood sorcery shortcut to the it literally is the waypoint to where you're gonna go.
We need to move this story along. God damn it!
So Ryan Gallagher / Bishop. What you liked? What could use some improvement? Your favorite scene and your favorite role play.
What I liked was everything about it. I mean, you as the storyteller, listen, as the player character, as the character player, Elysium was a hilariously intense scene. I knew what was going on. My player character did not. Okay? That was a hilariously intense situation. And everything was leading up to that. But the best roleplay was between me and Dante. I mean, that was a tense situation that was like, okay, hold on. One barb, throw another barb, take one, throw another barb. That was amazing. Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And the way Retard kind of came back and like, okay, hold on. No. Spread you all. No, this is kinda okay. That was great.
Yeah, I love how 11 Bravo plays mediator. I love that.
Oh yeah, no, he's
this would be such a different game if he wasn't.
Oh, absolutely. If not, we would have killed each other. Let's be honest.
My turn. The hardest part for me tonight was the Elysium scene. Was being so many different people.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, kudos to you, man.
I hope they were different and distinct enough. But
you did voices. I thought you did a great with the voice. Was it Caleb? Yeah, you did a great job. Very distinct.
Which even then, if the voice wasn't distinct enough, the intention you get the intention across enough, so it's like, okay, this is a different character. This is a different reason altogether. I can distinct this character from another because the way they're coming across. Mm-hmm. And that's amazing. Not many other people can get that.
The thing I didn't like is I don't like having to read off paper so much. I do a lot of typing and I print off a lot of stuff. I don't like reading off it, but I have to because I've written this shit. I wish I could memorize it, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you did fine though.
I'm not a professional actor. I can't memorize scripts, but I kind of wish I could.
Go to Hollywood already.
My favorite scene was Elysium. I just really enjoyed doing that with you guys, and did the Shark Tank that Ryan found himself in. All I could think of was the song "Heathens" by 21.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can only.
All my friends are heathens. Speak it slow.
That's all I could think of was heathens during that. He's swimming with the sharks, and he's in the deep end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was perfect to set this stage for just the whole
and
thing.
believe me, I thought I was playing it off wrong, but he was supposed to be as oblivious as he could be. He had his own he had his own little area of influence. Montana, Dakotas, whatever you want to call it. He was the king that way. Now he's in a whole different game.
My other favorite interaction was I knew out of character, there's no way he's going to pull the trigger on this thin blood.
Yeah.
I was like, he's not going to do it. I was like, come on, it's 12:30 at night. He's not going to initiate a combat at 12:30 at night.
Oh, come on. He's got 8 pulls. He's got 8 dice in fucking combat with long range. Come on.
I didn't expect there to be any combat tonight, so when there was the opportunity for it, I said, well, let's go. Let's see what happens. Bet you won't.
She called your bluff, man.
Which establishes yet another strong girl
taken.
boss. Another strong girl boss in the Lake Blackwater area. It's like they're just full of them.
That's okay, though. It's good if everybody underestimates you. On site.
Let me ask you
Thank
one more question for everyone, because everyone took a lot of notes. What did your character learn tonight? We'll start with Ryan. What did Ryan Gallagher learn tonight?
Oh, me? Oh, God. You're putting the spotlight on me already? Oh, God. That everything is divided. Again, he came from a place that not only from 5 willpower down to 3, but he came from a area of the region or area of the United States there where had a thumb in everything. Tech, transportation, everything. Nothing happened without his say-so or without knowing. And now he's in a whole world of like, oh fuck, shit happens without my knowing all the time. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to do with this. This is like, this dude can throw me through a fucking window, through a fucking wall, a brick wall, if he wanted. Okay? That's a little different from just some snobby CEO born in rich and all that. So he learned his lesson real quick at Elysium and kind of learned that Dante knows his shit in tracking people because, yeah.
I told you,
can see.
I can find what I need to find. You don't need to worry about that.
So what did Keywork learn tonight?
That vampires always have been and always will be catty, cagey little bitches, and they piss me off. Everything is annoying. And it's absolutely damn hilarious seeing a little neophyte thin blood walk around a bunch of 200-year-old kindred and just look like a puppy stepping on his own ears.
Oh, until that puppy turns into a wolf and then just, yeah, no. He lives for that.
All right.
Go ahead.
Salvatore, what did you learn tonight?
Learned that we just ran around and wasted our time on something that didn't really give us any answers.
Yeah, you could have done that from the beginning. You could have done that from Elysium.
Could have done that from Elysium.
Yeah.
We just went on a wild goose chase because one dimwit Tremere was, cooking up, a fucking science project and then ran off into whatever. He had some weird experience that doesn't answer the question of who's doing this at all.
Yeah, ultimately, we did not find anything concrete out. We just have more questions.
Just have more questions.
Yeah. He's focused more on the end. He doesn't care about any of this other stuff.
All right.
It's like,
All right, so I'm going to ask chat. I'm glad you guys came here. Hope you had a good night. Thanks for stopping in. We'll be back. I'll be back on Wednesday Wednesday morning for downtime actions. I'll be available for that. Downtime actions to you guys. If you can't make my live, because I know you stream when I stream sometimes, Star 11 Bravo, but we can do it off stream too. I like to do downtime actions. What you do between weeks. So we won't take the next game up in media res. We'll probably pick it up a couple days afterwards, and then we'll do we'll start with the interrogation of Marcus Vale, and we'll go from there. We'll pick this up next Saturday. Downtimes on Wednesday if you're available. If not, we can do it through group chat too, because I also do downtimes with the werewolves. And thanks everyone. Let's see if there's anyone we want to raid. And how about
who's on at this hour?
What's that?
Yeah, who's on at this hour?
Game Win Board, Sega Fan.
Game Win Board, yeah. Let's go
Game Win Board. I was gonna say, Game Win Board.
Yeah, let's go with Game Win Board.
When the hell does he sleep?
I don't know, but
I never.
Okay, we're rating Game Win Board. Thank you, everybody. We'll get out of here before ads roll again.
Yes, thank you guys. Bishop 11B, you guys were awesome, and thank you so much.
You guys were all awesome. Your role play was stellar. I can't wait to keep doing this with you guys. And
you did a great job, guys.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Peace.
Very good. Have a good night, guys. See you later.
Take care.